Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. Thank y'all for joining us. Of course, today is Tuesday. We always have the panel on today. My distinguished guests, OG Fred and Sharon. We're going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of living in a big city in the Philippines. Now, of course, this is your live stream, so we'll talk about whatever it is that y'all want to talk about. But first of all, the exchange rate is 56.84, Fred. That's pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Fred, are you with us?
That's good. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. You both of y'all look like stones over here. Maybe it's this old stupid internet connection I've got over here.
Yeah, your connection is kind of slow.
But 56,
you're kind of blurry.
Yeah, who, me?
Yeah, you. Right, Sharon?
56.84.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I want to welcome my viewers who are going to be watching this on replay. I always forget to do that. Some people can't make it to the live stream, so they'll watch it on replay. Also, any new viewers and subscribers that's watching today. And of course, the NTZ crew, thank y'all for everything that you do. We're going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself, Sharon, and tell us what's going on with you on Tuesday.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharon Lapu-Lapu again, and please visit and subscribe my channel, and I'm almost to 1,000 subscriber. And I would like to say thank you to all people who subscribe and supporting my channel.
All right. Well, you got, Fred. Thanks for joining us again.
Oh, no problem. Of course, it's 11:30 here, so it's almost around noon. So it's perfect for me. I did whatever I need to do this morning. Weather was kind of bad because it's rained its butt off last night. And then the other day we had a little bit of thunder going on, but I thought we'd be getting toward the end of the rainy season, maybe next month. So hopefully we'll see.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I know the rainy season usually ends here somewhere around December or January. Is that right, Sharon?
Yes.
Yeah, the rainy season. But we arrived in Moncton on Saturday, and then we came to Cebu on Sunday, and this is what gave me the idea for this panel today, because I forgot how much I like Cebu. Even though, they got a little traffic problems, I really love the city, the big city life, man, especially, see, I'm able to, let me show you something real quick. I'm able to get stuff like this here, this infusion. See, I drink infusion tea, and they had some in San Carlos City, but what happened was I bought it all, but you remember this is the Philippines. They didn't restock it. And I'm thinking, like, who's taking inventory over here? If you see somebody that likes a certain product and it's moving off the shelf, you replace it, right, Fred? You would think.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah, but they didn't. So I've been going without. I've been drinking regular tea, which I don't like regular tea. And this, they've got some real nice flavors. This is strawberry, mango, and I've got honey and lemon over there. I mean, it's really, really good. And infusion is different. It'll put you to sleep. It calms you down and everything, puts you to sleep. But that's one of the things.
Yeah.
And now, is Angeles City considered a big city, Fred?
You can get about anything you want to get there in Angeles. They usually don't have a problem with run out of anything. We have so many markets there. You got 3 malls that's there, where you can go get goods. And it's a city. Of course, it's probably not as big as, of course, Manila and all that. But It's not bad. You can get just about anything you want to get there. And anytime I'm there, I never had a problem. Anything I wanted, they always had it.
Yeah, is it considered a big city though?
I would not say it is. It's not a big city, and it's not small, but it's not super big.
Does it have like a nice mall?
Yes, they actually have a mall down there. They got about two malls in Angeles City. Balabago, Angeles City, that's all one. So we got a total maybe 5 or 6 malls that they got there, in Angeles.
Yeah. Now, Sharon, is Lapu-Lapu, is that considered a big city?
No, it's not considered it's a big city because it's not a big city, and then we only have, I think, for the malls we only have 1, 2, I think almost 3, and then we have some little grocery store, quite a lot. But for mall, we only have 2 malls here. I mean, 2 or 3.
But you got some nice grocery stores over there. You got that Save More grocery.
Yes, Save
Yeah,
More,
it would be
and
considered.
yes, and especially and Metro store. I mean Metro grocery store, and it's a little mall, but they are selling also international products in that mall.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit bigger than San Carlos City because we've got a Gaisano Mall there, but it's so old. Probably one of the first Gaisano malls ever built over there in the Philippines.
Calvin, we
Which
also
one?
got an S&R also that they have there.
No, leave this. Yeah, leave that. But it's just so much you can't do. Okay, there's no movie theaters in San Carlos City. Is there a movie theater, Fred, over there in Angeles City?
Oh yeah, you got one. Even have the what do you call the bigger screens? IMAX. We got IMAX movie theater there, and they got about 6 or 10 other movie theaters inside of SM Mall. Then Robinson, has about 4 or 5 movie theaters there. And I was saying earlier, they also got an S&R store. So if you want stateside products and stuff, you can go to S&R. And then we got Pure Gold and some of the other little small stores you can go to and shop. And a lot of people like to go to the market because the market area is real nice. You want to go down and get some fresh food fresh veggies and stuff like that. But here, the transportation is good. If you want to go downtown, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get there or even get around Angeles City.
Now, what about when you go in? Yeah, see, you covered a lot of what I'm going to talk about, Fred. You covered the malls, you covered the transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure because there's a lot of foreigners up that way. Yes. They've got a lot of different restaurants, food selections there, right?
Oh, man, a lot. You got on the former air base, man. They got so many restaurants out there. A lot of restaurants outside the base. All the malls, like SM, that mall is really huge now. You got a lot of Japanese restaurants, Korean restaurants. You even got a Chili's that's in there. The food's pretty good. So, if you want to eat, there's a lot of places to go eat.
I know, Sharon, they've got that AA barbecue now in Lapu-Lapu. Have you ever eaten there, Sharon?
Yes, but in another place because there were there are 2 EE barbecue grill place. The first one is in the Pusok, which is close to the airport, but they are closed now. And then there are only 2 rests now, which is close to Tamiya, in the front of Crown Regency Hotel, and in close to Honeypot Pub.
Yeah, that's where the True Girls used to work. The Honeypot. What kind of club is that? Can you go in there and get a woman for the right price, or is this a regular? Or is that just a regular pub?
I don't know. Because sometimes when I pass on that pub, and coming from Lapu-Lapu Market, and then I saw quite a lot of women there drinking or
Yeah.
talking with a foreign guy, and I think it's one place also that the Filipina woman catch a foreign guy.
Oh, okay. So y'all heard that, guys. If you in Lapu Lapu, you go by the honey pot, you might get lucky, Fred.
Yep. That's probably why they call it the honey pot.
Yes, and when
That's right.
Filipino people saw some girls who are staying in that pub, the Filipino called that girl harbat. Harbat because they are searching or they want to catch foreign guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what about the girls online? Do they call them that? Is that they consider that the same thing too then, Shannon, right?
No, I think no. Because they are
Why?
I don't know why the Filipino people call that harbat if the woman staying in the pub where there is some foreign guy, and then
Yeah.
even they go to night out and then they spend the guy together drinking, even if they know on that night. Yes, we Filipino people call that harbat. It's in another term, but for the Filipino woman who are searching man online, they don't call that harbat.
Well,
I don't
what do
know
they
why.
call that? What do they call that? Desperate?
No,
What do they call it, Fred?
I don't know because I never heard
You know.
Filipino people
What's the
call
word for that?
the woman who are searching online.
Oh well,
Because
if you think about
in
it,
my
Kelvin,
opinion,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Go
Fred.
ahead. Now I want to hear your
No,
opinion on
I'm
this.
saying that the dating sites are just online pubs, really. They're just online nightclubs, for real. That's all it is. I I know, but I'm saying women are just hanging around in the place
Mm.
searching for foreigners. So
Yeah,
what's the
but Kelvin,
difference?
the difference is you're online versus being there at the honey pot.
I
It's a
know.
big
Yes.
difference.
Well,
You're
yeah,
there
the
in
honey pot.
person, and then you're
Yeah.
online. You searching. You go to honey pot. That is, they're all there waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, Kelvin, I don't know if you remember that fad where they used to have you went in the club and all of the booths, you would sit in the booths and they had telephones. So if you see a lady you was attracted to, you would ring her on the phone and she would answer the phone and you see if you can get something going from there. She'd be into, can I sit buy you a drink or something like that. I forget what they used to call
Yeah.
that.
Well, see, you can do that now online, Fred. They're trying to get tricky online. You can ring the woman online now. You can chat, you can have a live chat with the woman now. You ring her profile, and if she answers, you can start talking right then and there.
Yeah, but the difference is if you're there, you're right there. You can see who you're talking to.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
online. Or you can see we're online that, if they can't see our whole bodies, all they can see is just the half. It's the same way when you're online.
Oh, well, hell. But these women, they got tricks now, Fred. They got what is called the peekaboo. Because they can adjust their camera, can't they, Sharon?
Excuse me?
They can adjust the camera to show their whole body.
No, they can't because in the internet cafe the camera is already installed, and only the tenant can adjust the cam. But
Yeah.
um,
I mean, the women that are watching at home, see, because when you do you've got like a modeling, you do like what's it called? A fashion show. We can see your whole body,
yeah,
right?
because okay, yes, because I am confident to wear a swimsuit inside the house, but not in the
No, no,
front of so much people.
right, right. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that if a woman's at home and she wants to show the man everything, she can do that if she's at home, right?
Yes, if she wants, but here it's forbidden because there is yeah, it's forbidden because we could now hear pornography. Yes.
Well, it might be forbidden, but hell, they still doing it. If you send, if
Yeah,
a woman,
perhaps there are some women doing like that, but not all.
no, not all, no, not all, but I'm saying if they wanted to, you could do that because that's why they call peekaboo.
Mm.
That's
No, I
why it's
didn't.
called peekaboo, Fred. Like
I didn't know that.
peekaboo.
Well, hey, Calvin, I thought the only
Or
one
they'll
that
pull
did.
the pants down and say peekaboo.
Well, I thought the only one that did peekaboo was guys in trench coats walking around peekaboo.
Yeah. But now they just got the dress on and they'll pull it up and say peekaboo and let it down real quick.
Well, it shows you this age of media, where you can actually see people live and all this stuff. They got all kind of tricks out there that they do.
Yeah.
It was a buddy of mine that got a text, from somebody. I don't know if it was in the Philippines or not. They say you want to see a good show. In it, your credit card information, and then you could get a peek.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I mean,
Sharon,
that's
now
how sophisticated it's gotten.
Lapu-Lapu is considered one of the most congested cities in all the Philippines. So I would consider that like a big city because I know the traffic. What time does the traffic get bad over there?
At around 4 p.m. in the evening, in the
It's
afternoon.
bad.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Calvin, you brought
Hey,
Angeles City. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Brian Procel Jr. Said, "What's up, brother Cal in the panel? My time is almost up. See you soon, brother. Yeah, you'll be here. I'm not gonna say anything because maybe somebody's watching, but I know you're coming. You'll be here in the next few days.
Hi, Cal. Same here.
What we need to do, man, is did you see that beach house that TJ rented? Maybe we need to get a few couples, man, and stay there a couple of days. I like that place. I got spoiled at that place.
Well, I could tell that, when we saw the video and all that. But when we were talking about traffic, like in Angeles City, the traffic starts at 5 o'clock. It's almost like it's at a standstill until about 7 o'clock. It's like almost bumper to bumper to get in. So normally what may take you 15, 20 minutes to get someplace, you better count on an hour or more. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad in Lapu-Lapu trying to get across that bridge. What time do those people get off at them factories, Sharon, over there?
Most of the people go out of their job. It's depend of their schedule. Sometimes there are worker out at 5 p.m. and other worker out at 6 p.m.
I mean at that MEPSA. You know that MEPSA?
Yes, MEPSA. MEPSA is very crowded, and there are quite a lot of passengers during morning and afternoon. Because morning they will go to work, and there were people out also in the morning, and then there will people go in, and then in the afternoon, same time also.
Okay, this guy says, Sharon, I'm coming in 10 days. Can you help me find a rental?
Yes, I can help you, but if you would like, I can give you the contact number of the house agent woman that I've been viewing before. It's the fully furnished house, 2 rooms, in 2 bedrooms. I can, if you would like, I can give you her contact number and WhatsApp.
How much is that? How much is that rent?
15,000 fully furnished house, and it's inside in the subdivision.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people, I like to visit Lapu-Lapu and then get out of there. maybe 1 or 2 days, because I didn't realize it was so far from Cebu now. I guess because of the traffic. It takes you almost an hour to get from Lapu-Lapu, depending on where you are, across that bridge. I mean, it's really getting bad. Maryland does not like Lapu-Lapu, and that's a fact. But that place where we stayed, if you could rent a place like that, man, I'd stay over there. I wouldn't go anywhere, Fred. I'd stay right there.
Well, you wouldn't have to go anywhere from all the
cut that off.
all the good stuff I saw there, you know, when you're showing the video, because you saw more during the daytime than, you know, we can see what you're showing at night. But man, it was fabulous. You know, get something like that with what, 4 bedrooms?
Honey, cut the YouTube off. You're making me lag. Yeah, it's they've got a sandbar that I didn't even see it. I didn't even know it was there until the very next day. Have you ever been to that sandbar, Sharon?
No, I've not been there, but I know the place because that place is close to White Sand Beach, and on the next side is the Blue Water Resort. And in the place where you stay, I think beside on that rest house, there is a Q&Q English teaching school, online teaching school, English online teaching school.
Yeah, it's right next to the White Sands Beach Resort. And it wasn't Quano, it's Owano. That Q was an O, Fred. My eyes are bad. But depending on where you coming from, if you're coming from Cebu, it's gonna be the driveway before you get to the White Sand Beach. If you're coming from Coronado, is that the name of that place over there? It's going to be the driveway after White Sands, because
it's Maribago Place, Barangay Maribago, and then
Maribago,
yes, and Sir Calvin, if you are in the White Sand, if you go out in the little street, in the little street that you go in before you reach that rest house, and then if you go on the main road or in the highway, you can walk a few. There is a McDonald's, and there is a Save More grocery store, and then and the few far there is a little wet market, and there is a AGI Hotel Resort, and then on the few far of AGI Hotel and Resort, it will be the G Park Hotel and Resort.
Here. Wait. There. So you're gonna catch a taxi because I can't call him here. Thanks, Franz, again. He said, "Yeah, brother Calvin. Thanks for the super chat." He said, "I saw that beach house. That's what's up. Most definitely, we will do something on that beach house." Yeah, Sydney wants to check it out too, but I don't know when Sydney's gonna be here again. But yeah, we'll definitely do something with that. RV says voluntary wearing of mask outdoors in all of the Philippines. Yeah, but you know RV how conservative Filipinos are. Everywhere I've been, except for in this condominium complex, people still got that mask on. Even if some people wear the mask, Fred, driving their car over here.
The only reason I'm laughing because I see it here too. I see it here also.
Yeah.
But even if they lift the voluntary wear of masks, a lot of people are still going to wear it because a lot of areas to go to, they're so congested. You got people, elbow to elbow, and a lot of people are still wearing it, I noticed. But if you're in an area like Calvin, I look at when you do your videos up there where you're in San Carlos, there's nobody around you. Yeah. So you can walk outdoors all day,
Yeah. It's going to help people who exercise outside, who ride bikes outside, because they'll stop you. I got stopped, man. There was nobody between me and Timbuktu, and this guy stopped me on the motorcycle. He did Maryland like that. He says, "Hey, we got an ordinance here in St. Carlos City you gotta wear your mask. And I'm like, well, hell, there's nobody out here. And he said, he says me, yeah, I'm saying, but if you wouldn't have pulled up on me, you could have just kept on going. But I guess he was trying to get some extra brownie points. We were right in front of the city hall. So, maybe he thought somebody was watching, how it is. But
well,
I was shocked, man.
Yeah, I actually got a question for you, Calvin. We were talking about congestion in cities and everything else, and you say you like Cebu and stuff like that. What made you decide you want to stay in San Carlos? Because that seemed like it's so far away.
Well, that's where Maryland's from. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, and that's usually what happens, Fred. Isn't your wife, isn't Lynn from up that way where you live?
Yeah, from Copper Starlag, but it's not too far away from anything. And plus, it was a base where a lot of foreigners stationed there, a lot of Americans were stationed there. So, you're right. I stay where she's at, but then again, if I want to go to the city, is nearby, and I like where I'm at because I'm not in the city, but I'm not that far away if I want to go down there.
Yeah, I was just saying that most of guys, and Sharon can maybe talk about this, they usually end up living where their girlfriend lives or their wife. And to me, it's a smart thing to do. What do you think, Sharon? Is that if you end up dating somebody, more than likely he's going to stay in Lapu-Lapu, right?
Yes.
Where you live.
Yes.
But Sharon, would you feel uncomfortable if you were living someplace else? Let's say you started dating somebody, you got married, so you want to relocate to someplace else within the Philippines. Would you feel uncomfortable with it?
No, for me, it's okay to relocate to another place.
Okay.
Well, here's what I noticed, Fred, and this is with anybody I dealt with over here, including Maryland. When you take them out of their surroundings, they're lost. Even here in the Philippines, we were on Siquijor Island, and it was like we were in another country. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
And anybody that I've been with, you take them because they don't travel a lot.
Yes.
Okay, honey. A lot of Filipinos, they're big. Whatever.
Calvin.
Busy and doing everything. Calvin. They don't get out a lot.
Calvin, walk over the door and kiss your lady before she leaves so we can get on with the show.
I already did.
Okay. All right.
I did, Fred.
Bye, honey.
My lip.
All that other stuff. I said, go and give her a kiss and we get on with the show.
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
But that's usually what happens. And I would say to the guys, because I tell people all the time, Filipinos have superpowers. But the minute you move them away from their city or where they're from, they just become regular people, man. It'll make you mad because they'll be so shy that you will have to pretend as if you're the one who's from the Philippines and she's the one from America or whatever. I mean, it gets on my nerves, man. I mean, really, because they'll be afraid to ask for directions. Be like, ask the man, where can we get this and that? And I have to go up there and do it. Yeah,
because I was thinking the same thing, like when I took land
so if
out
I
of the
was
Philippines,
you,
we went to the States. It was different because I was going to where I live, and Lynn didn't know anybody there. It's not like there was other Filipinos around she could talk to and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. But then being a foreigner coming over there, how do you feel when you don't really have a lot of contact with other foreigners? Can you live that type of life? Up in a province someplace? Are you going to be perfectly happy with that? Maybe at first. Or you may not know what you're getting yourself into. That's just it.
Yeah. That's a great point because Michael Beach of Life, he was talking about how good it was to speak English when he saw us. See, he stayed at the beach house with us.
Oh, okay.
Michael Beach of Life. He was saying how much better he felt being able to have a conversation with me and TJ, because otherwise you don't have those conversations, Fred.
Yeah.
And guys always say, well, I want to live out in the province. Well, be careful what you wish for, because I don't think it's not only going to be any foreigners there, but it's going to be some pretty rough living conditions that you might not can deal with.
Mm-hmm. You know, but a lot of guys don't realize that at first. Oh, it's adventurous until you live there. You know, Calvin, when you go visit a place, we're not living there is always great. When you actually move and live in a place like you want to live in the province, then you start seeing a lot of things, you know, you might not be able to adapt to because you're not used to it. You know, like me, man, you know, like, I don't want to be doing dip all the time. I did that enough back in the days, you know, or you go in there and the toilet don't flush. You got to try to throw some water down there and hopefully your aim is right. You know, just the things you got to put up with. You know, maybe you got good internet service, maybe not. Maybe you got good TV service, maybe not. It all depends on where you live.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you certainly aren't going to have good Wi-Fi and cable in the province. But remember, all provinces aren't the same. But for the most part, okay, like Sharon, where you're from, what's the name of that province you're from?
Island. I'm from Caubian Island, and now there are internet connection now there because people making a business. Insert coins Wi-Fi for the people so that they can, and then they use a solar panel to have electricity, and then some people they're using postpaid internet connection, and some people using prepaid internet connection.
Yeah, but there's other things that they may have to deal with over there that they're not used to, right, Sharon?
No,
in the province.
Yes, in the province.
I mean, like they may have to use that dipper over there.
I don't know what is
you know when you take a shower,
dipper,
you know.
The dipper when you take a bath.
Yes, the public shower. Yes. And in the province, mostly, yes. In the province, mostly, if there is a river close to their house, they go to the river and swim there using the tabu. We call that here tabu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call it
a friend of mine, he said the first time he came to the Philippines, he said, I went out walking in Cebu. He said, he turned the corner. He said it was a man in the street taking a damn bath. He said he never saw that before. You know, and that's the type of stuff you see here. He said, Cal, he said, I didn't know where to run. I just sat there and watch him. He said, but he put the water and then he, put soap all over him. And remember, over there, let me get Camilla a cookie. Thank you. That's Wendy and Shelby. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for the super sticker. Remember, you also have to flush the toilet with that bucket. And a lot of us, we don't like to look at last night's dinner, Fred. Some of us can't deal with that.
Yes, and you know that some people who are living in the province, if they don't have toilet, they go to the vacant place and keep in the place where there are so much trees or people don't see them. Yes, and then they poo over there.
That's right. When I went up in the province, when I went up and she said poo, but you know what it is, to take a crap is what it was. Now what do they wipe their behind with, Sharon?
No, they bring sheet of paper because that's what most people in the province use it. But that's why when there were toilet paper advertising on the TV, there were some Filipino people making joke that, and then they said that sa bukid walang papel. So it means in the mountain there is no paper toilet.
And then Camilla Cookie says, hey, Calvin and Sharon and Sir Fred, watching again and learning. when we go back to the Philippines. Please greet your #1 fan, my husband, Shelby Smith. Your virtual hug, Shelby and Wendy.
There you go, Shelby.
Thank y'all so much.
There you go.
But another thing that they use, because a foreigner, he came and visited me in San Carlos City. He had converted his truck, his utility truck, into like an RV, man. It was nice, man.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't even thinking I should have did a video of that thing, but he had a shovel with him. And of course, you know what they use the shovel for, Sharon, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll dig a hole, put the crap, they'll put the crap in the toilet paper there and then fill the hole back up. Because when I first went up into the mountain province, my son's mother, I was like, well, where's the damn bathroom? And she pointed out in the damn woods. I was like, I'll be damn, I'm not going out there. I'll be damn, Fred.
Calvin, I was going to ask you, when you first moved in your place, did you get the art of dip down? You know how you get that with your hand? You get that little thing, you right in the toilet. Did you ever get that motion? It's like playing tennis, man. That's how smooth you got to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that, Fred, because I don't want to look at last night's dinner.
Well, it was kind of funny because my sister-in-law, when we stayed with her toilet doesn't flush. So our house, we got flushing toilets and everything in there. So she was telling my wife, oh yeah, when you and Fred go to your house up there in the province, he's going to miss being here. No, I didn't. I got a toilet that flush. I got hot water when I turn on my hot water thing. I got it made, And then usually there, the bathrooms are so small, man. You try to sit in there and there's no toilet seat. It's just a toilet.
Yeah. Because now that's one thing that Filipinos do better than us. They squat when they take a poop, which is the proper way, Fred. That's why so many Americans, that's why we're so full of shit, because we don't get it out. We sit like this. Yeah. The Filipino sits like that and it comes out.
Yeah. Well, Calvin, when you were in Thailand, did you ever see a Thai toilet, or they have more Western type toilets in there?
They just had the regular, I was in the hotel.
Well, with the Thai toilet, it doesn't sit up. It's actually in the ground. It's porcelain. So on two sides, you got where you put your feet and you squat down over that, and that's how you go. And the way you flush it, I said,
I ran into that in Davao del Norte one time, but I didn't know what to do, Fred. So I laid on my back and put, my butt over the hole. Because I never seen anything like that before. I'm like, how am I supposed to use this? It was crazy, man.
Yes, and Sir Calvin. Okay.
Yeah.
And Sir Calvin, did you notice did you saw that some Filipino guy pee beside on the street post?
Oh, absolutely. They'll pee anywhere in there. In America, you'll get a citation, or they'll lock your behind up. Or somebody, some father might shoot you in the behind, Fred.
Yeah, you're right.
If you use the bathroom, you pull it out and start using on the side of the road. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience, he says, I had to use the bathroom a few times at night, and I just held it until the morning when I could see what the heck I was stepping on. Yeah, man.
Hey, Pumpkin Joe, the only problem is if you get one of those things where you can't hold it, it wants to come out. You're running for the woods. You ever had one of those, Calvin? You barely made it to the bathroom.
But that's what happened. That's what happened to me in Davao. I didn't have time to figure out how to use that thing because I don't know what they fed me. We ate some native chicken, whatever it was. It was trying to get out of me as fast as I could put it in me. So I'm saying, well, I don't have a whole lot of time to figure this out. I just took off all my clothes, Fred, and laid back. It's the truth, man. So Sharon, you've got the regular toilet now. Your toilet flushes in your house, right?
Yes. Yes, but in the island, we flush it with a pail of water. It's different in the
Yeah.
island.
Did it,
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you guys a warning. Whenever you run into something like that, be careful because always eat first because you'll go in there and somebody might forget to flush the damn toilet, to jump the bucket, and then your appetite's gonna be gone. Trust me.
hey, Calvin, even if you eat first, you go in there, you see something, you may lose what you eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You already ate, then it comes back up again because you go in there, saw something you didn't like or some smell in there. So, oh man, we can all talk about our experiences dealing with toilets.
Yeah, now I don't. Now Papa Kiko said he's still having problems getting used to putting toilet paper in the bathroom garbage can. No, I don't do that. I put it in the damn toilet and I keep on flushing or whatever. I use that bidet or whatever until it flushes through. I'm not gonna. I can't
Calvin,
even.
Have this ever happened to you? So we're in the bathroom, of course, they had the toilet paper there. If you go public places, you ever notice there's no toilet paper there because people steal it. Well, anyway, I'm in there, so I get ready to wipe myself, and I said, "What's this on my hand, man? The old toilet paper had disintegrated. I guess it must have been one ply." And so when I go now, when I come over there, I bring my own toilet paper. I bring my own.
Yeah, you better. And some damn baby wipes if you want.
Oh yeah,
Bring some damn baby wipes.
Yep, got those too.
Camilla Cookie says, Calvin, I got a question. How come you know a lot about the Philippines? We are very amazed on how much you know about the Filipinos. Well, I've always stayed around the locals, Filipinos. I never was one of those guys in the high tower, Fred, in the fancy place, because I really wanted to know what it's really like to live here. And, by me being an insurance agent, I've got a trained eye to look at everything from a different perspective. But really, I know very little about the Philippines and Filipinos, but I just share with you what I know, what I've learned, from being around, because Filipinos are no different than, as a black man growing up in America as a child, Fred. It reminds me of being over here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yes, it is.
That I see. Remember, I don't know if this was before your time or after your time, Fred. If you need a cup of milk or a stick of butter, you just go next door and get it.
That's
until you went to the store. Later, they do that over here. They'll come and get a little rice or whatever it is.
Right.
It just reminds me so much.
Well, also when I was growing up, we went on vacation. We wouldn't have no keys to the house. You didn't lock your doors when you went somewhere. Your neighbors took care of everything for you.
Yeah. It's the same here. Yeah. Because guys like when we went to Pang Lao Bahal, they said, "Don't you worry about anybody breaking in your house?" I said, "Heck no, man." I said, "Our neighbors are built-in burglar alarms, man. They're watching."
Right. That's right.
They're gonna watch it for you, man.
Yeah.
But now, Sharon, do you have a fence around your house?
Fence? Yes, because
you have a wall.
Yes, because our house is a row house. I mean, two-story house, which is I think 10 houses in one line. But we are fence, and we have our own gate in the front of us.
So your house is connected to another house?
Yes.
Oh,
so how big is your lot?
I think 42 square meters.
Wow. Why is it so expensive in Lapu-Lapu?
I don't know, because people both this house like in the loanable. They loanable this house in Pag-ibig. It's a housing government society. If you are a member, you can loan a house, or either you want to loan money. But some people loanable a house so that they will have a roof under their head. So, and then before they loan it to Pag-ibig, they must get it in the real estate company. So that's why the real estate build the house, and then after they sold it to the people in the higher price.
Oh, I see. Now, how big is your house? How many square meters?
40 or 42 square meters.
Your house?
Yes, I have 3 bedrooms.
I mean, so your house is 42 square meters and your lot is 42 square meters.
Yes.
And you paid 1.5 million?
Yes, 1.550 million, because the owner loaned this. I think when he when she loaned this house in Pag-ibig, I think almost 1.9 or 2 million.
Wow.
Yes,
Well,
because
That's what
Sir
I'm saying,
Calvin,
T.
yeah.
yes, because I had a friend who is a real estate agent, and then I was searching a house before, and then she recommended me to watch a new house, which is a row house. I mean, no stairs, no. It's not 2-story. It's a little house. I think 32 or 33 square meter the land, and then the house has 2 bedroom, but very little bedrooms and very little sala and little kitchen, and then on the front side of the house is not yet done, but the price is 1.3 million pesos. And then there is a miscellaneous fee, 100,000 pesos. And then I saw
Yeah.
also a house, I think 55 square meter or something, 60 square meters, and then 2-story, but not yet built the 2-story. No second floor yet, but the price is 2.3 million pesos, but miscellaneous fee worth 300 pesos. And if you will buy that, or you will loan it in the Pag-ibig, and Pag-ibig will pay to the real estate company, you will work, you will still work for the second floor. So you will spend money again for to
Wow.
work on a second floor, and for to put bedrooms, if how much bedroom you want. So the houses here in Lapu-Lapu, every year the price is higher, because when I was living in the DF Better Living, it's also a subdivision. I was rented a house there, and then the owner told to me that she purchased that house long time ago, worth only 400,000 pesos. It's the same size of my house right now, but before it was very cheap.
Yeah.
Before, even the land here in Lapu-Lapu, it was very very cheap, the price. And now the year passed, so it's much more expensive now than before.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Sharon. Why didn't you take that money and build a house on your island? You could have got so much more for your money, right?
Yes, the problem is my daughter went to school here in Lapu-Lapu City since she was 5 years old. And then because my husband doesn't want me to live in the island, because some people there are very judgmental, criticize, or something like that. And then, especially, we didn't own the land. The land in the island is a private. There is a real owner of the land there.
Oh wow. So you can't buy land there.
Yes. If you can, if you will repair your house or something, you must ask to the owner or to the inheritor of the land, like the
Right.
son or daughter. Yes, you must ask permission if you can repair your house, and then in this area, and then you will not move to another move to a little part of where you please are.
Okay, yeah, so I guess that's like, we talking about advantages and disadvantages of living
Yeah.
in the big cities. And one of the disadvantages, Fred, is the land is so expensive in these big cities. If you live in the big cities,
Yeah.
the land is very expensive
And in the
because
island also,
you
yeah, in the
got a
island
42 square meter lot.
okay, and especially in the island circle, when we are so very far from the hospital. If we go to the hospital, we need to move to another island, which is Olango Island, because there is a public hospital there. And then we go there. But if the illness is very severe, they move here to Lapu-Lapu because there are so much nice equipment and complete equipment. And believe it or not, even there were I mean, even there are some people died in the island, we traveled the caffeine, we put it on the boat and traveled to another island.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Now that's a great point that you brought up, Sharon. That's one of the advantages of living in a big city, the hospitals and the healthcare. If you ever need them, they're right there. Because I know here in Cebu, they've got the Changhua Hospital, they got the Doctors Hospital, they got several big, nice hospitals here. And with John, John arrived at Changhua Hospital when he initially had his heart attack, he would still be alive today. But he did. He arrived in Dumaguete, and they kept him for 9 days, Fred. I don't understand that. But they kept him for 9 days, filled him up with hydroglycerin and morphine for a heart attack. I mean, they should have, time is everything with a heart attack. And then when he finally made it to Changhua, I just think he was too weak. I think his body gave out.
Your friend John,
But
Sir Fred,
Stephen,
is it's the same situation of my cousin. I had a cousin pass away at 29 years old, and it's also a heart attack.
yeah. And Ellie Adventures, he said, that's cheap, Calvin, but not really. It's not cheap because my lot is 180 square meters. Basically, it's 230 square meters for real, Fred, because I've got a 50 square meter buffer out front, which is the size of her lot. It's bigger than her full lot. She's got a 42 square meter lot. So it may be cheap in Lapu-Lapu because it's so expensive there because it's so congested. So of course that's going to drive the cost of the land up. But no, that's not cheap. I guess it is in American terms, but
we're talking about living there, the cost. No, not like it is back in the States or like living here on Guam somewhere, because for the average Filipino, that's pretty expensive. When you look at it, Calvin, just to get a house, even a 2-bedroom house can cost you, quite a bit over there.
Oh yeah. Maybe it is cheap compared to American standards. But Tito Dome playlist says, he's talking to you, Sharon. He said, don't make your statement generalized. He said, because there are also some people in the island who have their own land. Do you know him, Sharon? Does he live on that land?
No, I don't know. But in our island, it's a private island because each part of the island there are different owner, and then the big part of the island is owned by Matbagon family. And then one of the grandson of the Matbagon family is now the barangay captain in our island. And also in the private in another island, because I was on the second island, there was a beach there. It's also a private island and owned also by Matbagon family.
You know what it sounds like, Calvin?
Yeah.
Some of the things that you see where these people build a house or a company built a house, but you build it on the land that you're leasing. You know, you may own the house, but you don't own the land. And
Yes.
that's what it sounds like. And so anytime you want to make changes, you know, you have to get permission in order to do that. You know,
Yes, sir.
anything that's leased. Yeah. We got the same
So
thing
when
here
did
where
you-
people own condos, but the land is leased.
When did you move to Lapu Lapu, Sharon? How old were you?
Okay, when I moved to Lapu-Lapu when my daughter was 5 or 6 years old, because before after I got married with my husband, I live in the little place of the house of my auntie, and then when the owner of the land said that you must move because I must use the land now because I'm gonna build a building or something like that. So my husband told to me, okay, we move to Lapu-Lapu and rent a fully furnished house there. But we live in Lapu-Lapu, but my daughter went to school in Mandawi City until she was in fourth primary. But when she was grade 5, I decided to move here in Lapu-Lapu because the traffic is very moderate, and then heavy moderate traffic. And then I feel so very pity of my daughter because when we went back home at almost 7 p.m. because it's difficult to ride because it's rush hour, and then she didn't do her assignment, so that's why I decided to move her in Lapu-Lapu City. Until we live here, we live in Lapu-Lapu almost 10 15 years or something, 13 years or 12 years.
Yeah, let me ask you, does your daughter's school have a tuition?
No, because it's a government school, it's a public school, and then we only pay the 400 pesos a year for 1 year. It's like a donation for the school if there is something make a repair or renovation at school. But me, my origin family
Okay.
is from Lapu-Lapu City. Our family name, I mean, the family name of my father is origin family name in Lapu-Lapu City, which is Buok family.
Oh, okay, Mitch, Moments with Mitch at Cal. Are there any other lots near you or your new land in Toledo? No, here's what happens, guys, when we back into this piece of land that I bought for $600. Usually when you find something like that, Fred, it's usually a family member or a close friend. And you got to be around a lot for something like that to come open because it all, you know, it does all the time. Her auntie had 100 square meter lot before we built our house, and she only wanted 50,000 pesos for it. It was in Balamban, but still, it was 100 square meters, Fred. And you know, those are the type of deals that you have to be here for a while and you know, keep your ears to the ground, but they come open. But it may not be in the place where it's not going to be in Cebu City or Lapu-Lapu or nowhere like that. It's going to be a little bit place like Toledo or somewhere like that, Car City or, you know, one of the outlying places. But yeah, those they don't come around all the time, but they do come around, Mitch.
Calvin, up there where you stand at, because I know you got your house. There's some other houses there, and when you do your walk, are all those lots open for sale, or are they just government land or something?
Well, that's like Sharon said, that's a privately owned. Now they do have lots. No, they do have lots that are open for sale, but it's basically privately owned. That's why there's no roads, there's no sidewalks like it was. Remember my rental place that I rented before we moved into the house?
Yes.
That was called Margarita Village. That's owned by the city. So they have the tax dollars to pay for the roads, the sidewalks, and all that. This is Margarita Village Extension. It's still privately owned, you know, the majority of that big lot land over there.
Yes.
The city doesn't own it. So until the owners either give the land, sign it over to the city, sell it to them or whatever, we're not gonna have any sidewalks or roads. But there are lots over there for sale. Like I said, you know, you just gotta ask around.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody knows a real estate. See, over here, it's different. Okay, like when we found our lot, actually, it wasn't a realtor who found it. It was a lady that showed it to us, and she still got paid commission, Fred. She got paid commission from the owner, even though she's unlicensed. She's not a realtor. That's how it works over here.
Yes.
A finder's fee or something, I guess. You know, don't be afraid to talk about real life stuff. You know, talk about how you felt when your husband died. You know, did you talk about that yet? You know, talk about that kind of stuff because there's people watching you who are going through that same thing. You know, that's just a suggestion. You know, you can do whatever you want to do, but a lot of times, you know, people can relate to real life stuff. If I just flew a drone over Boracay, you know, they would like that, but no one's going to keep on clicking on my channel to see that unless you're just a travel junkie or something like that, right?
Yes.
But
And
you talk about your real life experiences.
Yes, and you know that I am planned to interview one of my cousin because I know that Sir Fred is from military and you, Sir Calvin, you are from Air Force or from Navy. And then I would like to interview my cousin who is a Philippine Air Force because I know military, Navy, Air Force is a very hard profession all over the world because they always relocate to another country, to another place. And then I would like to ask him if it's very affected of their relation of their wife or girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah. Do you know any seamen, Sharon? You know any seamen?
Yes, I have quite a lot of friends who are working in international ship or even local ship. And one of my brother is selling in the ship. He is a nautical graduate.
Did we lose Calvin? You know,
Yeah, let me.
Okay. You seem like you find some of the places that have bad internet service.
Well, it's showing that I've got a full, because I'm sitting over here right by the the thing that globe, but it's showing a full bars, but you never can tell.
No, not with that.
With that. But did you see the scandal over here, Sharon? Did you see the scandal over here
Excuse me?
Did you see the scandal going on in the Philippines where the wife brings the police into the hotel room and catches the
Ah,
man
yes.
and the woman there and they're naked?
Mm. Yes, I saw it on I saw it on Facebook, and then it happened to the couple, and especially um the woman who has a seaman husband. And but it depends of the woman, because there are some women cannot keep what they needs, or they cannot they want to have I mean, they like to flirt to other guy even if their husband working abroad, because it happened to one of my friend. Really, I'm telling you the truth. That's why I relate that kind of situation, because it happened one of my friend. He is a seaman, and then his wife is flirting to another guy, and now they are separated and they have one son, but they are married. They got married.
Well, I guess those 5 bars Kelvin got don't work that good. There you are. You're back.
Hey, what I may do, let me try something. Let me try something.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can um can y'all still see me?
Yeah,
Fred?
we can still see you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to my my data and see how that works, because it's working pretty good now, okay? Fred,
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, Calvin.
is it working pretty
You
good
there?
now? Yeah, I'm
No, your
here.
picture is frozen.
Your
Your
picture's
picture is
frozen,
freeze.
but at
Okay.
least we can hear you.
Mm.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, I think Calvin's got to get a new data
Let's see
plan.
what-
Might have to go with smart. Globe knows something to be working for him today.
Yes, that's why, sir, I changed my Wi-Fi to Sky Fiber, because it
Oh, okay.
works. Yeah, it works
Yeah.
well. And then the I have 50 Mbps, and then I
Yeah.
pay 1,000 per month.
I got fiber
It's
optic here also. That's
Mm.
why my picture is always so clear, when it comes in. And it's nice because, most of the devices, I don't have cable. I just got streaming stations I look at, like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, and, plus they have a lot of stuff on YouTube. So I really look at that. So I guess we're going to have to call us the Sharon Lapu Lapu and OG Fred show.
Again, before it was brown out, and now it's the internet connection.
Yeah. It says that we're still live, so I guess Calvin will be back on as soon as he can make a good connection, and all that. The reason I was asking a lot of times, you're talking about
Says I'm back.
property and all that. I just saw your latest video. I didn't finish it yet where you're doing your little tour, and I can see all the traffic congestion that's there. Wow.
Yes.
Hey, Calvin, welcome back.
Hey, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I tried that data thing, it didn't work. Hey, Will
Nah.
Sutton, thanks for that super chat. He said, congrats, Sharon. He said, I now see 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, really? Thank you.
But remember,
Congratulations.
you got to get the 4,000 watch time hours now. Now y'all got to go and watch Sharon's videos now. That's the important part, Sharon.
Yes.
But
Because hers and
yeah, let's talk
Sir
about.
Fred. Okay. Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's
Go.
Sir Fred. I like my place because it's very accessible. There is some different establishment here. We can only walk 5 or 3 minutes walk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Makes a big
okay.
difference.
So, where does the tricycle take you all the way to your house, or you have to, it has to drop you off, Sharon?
Yes, I need to ride tricycle when I will go to another place and especially go to Lapu-Lapu Wet Market. But for to buy some vegetables, I can only walk because not far from here there is a little wet market also and grocery shop because we are beside on the mall.
So you stay right near the
Okay, now
mall, so
you
the
said,
mall within walking distance.
Yes.
have you ever been to the Sunulu, Sharon?
Yes. Yes, but I didn't go to the place where the street dancing because it's very crowded and then there were quite a lot of people. What I'm gonna do with my daughter, we went there and then first we went to the church and then after we spend time in the street or if we can see the street dancing where there are no quite a lot of people, we look and then after we go back home because during Sinulog it's very hard to ride. Even taxi, most of the people they are walking on the street.
Yeah, how many people you think it is, Sharon, that go to
I
Sunulu?
I think before it was 4 million or 3 million or
Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
yeah, it's a lot. And I was telling people, if you're here, it's the week, third Sunday in January. There's a religious festival. It's called the Sunulu. It's
Mhm.
like the Mardi Gras on steroids, guys, but they
Mhm.
do it for the whole week, right, Sharon?
Not
Sharon?
exactly the whole week. The Sinulog parade is only one day. I think only on the either 19 or 20 of the January. But they are starting very early in the morning. I
Yeah,
think the parade start at the all the contingent from other different city of the Philippines, they will be in the street at 2 a.m. in the morning or 1 a.m. in the morning for to prepare
yeah,
themselves.
it's something that you have to see if you come here, right?
Yes, Sinulog. It's the fiesta of
Yeah,
patron of Cebu
yeah.
City, Santo Niño.
Hey,
Right.
Calvin, I
I
got a
mean,
buddy of
it's
mine.
a, yeah, go ahead.
No, are you going to ask Sharon a question? I'll chime in after that.
Okay, I was saying it's a must see. If you're in Cebu the third week of January, it's a must see activity. I mean, if you've
Yes.
never seen, it's a spectacle, guys. Trust me. But I'm gonna warn you, it's millions of people in that one little small area,
Mm.
Oh,
and it's something, man. You have to see it. But go ahead, Fred.
well, I was going to ask you, where you guys back? Because I know in the area where our house is, they usually have the patron saint, whatever it is, and they have a band parade, and they got a float that comes down the street. And I got to ask Lynn what they call that because she used to be in that for a lot of years. Because she was the prettiest lady in the village. So that's the one they make up and put on the
Yeah,
float. So I was talking with my other buddy that was living off base, is down where the Navy base was at, and he said it was fine. He got used to the chickens and the dogs. And he said he got woken up about 4 o'clock in the morning. He heard boom, boom, boom. It was a band coming down the street. I don't know what saint they were celebrating. So he asked, it's just a one-time deal? They said, no, we're going to be doing this every day at the same time. So he said after that, he moved out the neighborhood. He couldn't take it no more and then had other stuff going on. But it's nice because the last time I was there, I happened to be wearing red. And I forgot what red represented. People were smiling, waving at me and all that because I was wearing the same colors they were wearing. So you're right. Even on a small scale, large scale, that's always fun to see.
yeah. Santa Nino is
Yeah,
the baby Jesus, right?
that's
Is that
that's the
who that
one.
is, Sharon?
That's the one I was
I
thinking about.
Yes, and
Yeah,
it was the patron that Lapu-Lapu give it to the Christian priest. I don't know. That's the symbol. That's the first history. The history Santo Niño. It's coming from the history also of Lapu-Lapu.
Well, I got a question for both of you. Down in San Fernando, that's in Pampanga, during Holy Week, they have he carries a cross, on his back, and they go to a certain area. He gets up on the cross. Other people who's like they're whipping themselves. They got sort of like glass shards. They be bleeding and all this, and the thorns they be wearing. Do they do anything like that where you guys are at?
Here in Lapu-Lapu City, sir, no. But there are some people who bring the cross and then they pretend like Jesus, but nobody people hurting themselves for that.
Well, but there is a big tourist attraction there. A lot of people go see it, there in San Fernando, Pampanga,
Yeah, you're right, Fred. As a matter of fact, the police had to step in and stop people from beating these men because they want the people to beat them. They're trying to reenact the walk of Jesus with cross.
Yeah.
Not realizing that never really happened. But anyway, yeah, you're right. They take it to the extreme. They really get beat, and the police have to step in this last Holy Week. And stop some people in Manila. They damn near killed the man, But yeah, Michael Beach of Life says his Christmas lights. Wait. He says his Christmas lights went up September 1st. Mm-hmm. Well, that's right.
Yep.
Yes.
The bear months start the Christmas holiday.
Hey, Sharon, where's your tree at? Yeah. I don't see your tree in your life. Did you put your stuff up already?
No, I didn't yet set up my Christmas tree because before I had when I was renting a house, but now we have no time or we don't like to put Christmas tree because sometimes we put it in the garbage after or we don't like. I will plan to buy only a little Christmas decor and put it on the door.
How about you, Calvin? You gonna put your tree up? I didn't see no tree in your place yet. Oh, you're back. I see you.
Yeah, Robert makes a great point because I forgot. During Sunulu, they disabled the phone service. There's no cell phone service for that whole week, right, Sharon?
Not exactly whole week.
So you can't use.
Just only one day.
It's like
1 day or 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah. Yes, 2 days, but that's something you have to realize.
It's for aware of the bomb explosion.
Yeah, you can't use your phone or anything, Fred. You can't get on the internet or anything.
Wow.
For 2 days. Yeah, they shut it down. It's a security measure. Yeah, it's Christmas already, the season. We were in the mall yesterday. They're playing Christmas songs and everything. And yeah, they got everything. It's just like after Thanksgiving in America, you know how they start putting up everything, Fred? Well, it's already like that here.
Well, things have changed a lot in the States, because we were so used, you didn't see Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. People would put their tree up. You got people doing stuff back in the States. They already got sales for Christmas. You even got Halloween yet. You even got to Thanksgiving yet. They already got Christmas stuff going up in the States. That it is.
Yeah, for 2 days. He said, then make more babies.
Yes, and I just want to tell the foreign. Okay, I just want to tell
Go ahead, Sharon.
to the foreign people or the foreign guy, if you would like to go to visit during Sinulog, better that you book your hotel in advance. Because when you will book your hotel, when you arrive here, you cannot get a hotel room because it's already fully booked.
Yeah, everything. Everything is gone. Airbnb, everything is sold out.
So Sharon, do they have
He's
Airbnb
no.
in
Well, there's
Lapu
no.
Lapu? They don't have there.
I don't know, sir. I don't know yet if if there is a Airbnb here in Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah, they do. We rented this. The beach house was Airbnb.
Okay.
Lapu Lapu, Fred, is the tourist place. It's
Oh,
considered a
okay.
tourist place in the Philippines, especially Maribago, that Barangay Maribago. That's where all the nice
Mhm.
beach resorts and everything
Oh, okay.
are. Yeah, but Lapu Lapu is considered a tourist place
Oh,
when you
okay.
go over there. Yeah, it's already considered a tourist place. It's right there on the ocean. If you look where their house was, see, there's a lot of right next to that is the White Sand Beach Resort. You'll have that same private beach
Yeah, I saw that
that
because you
that
showed
I
parts of
showed
it. Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it runs all down that stretch for a long way. So now they built that sandbar over there. You
Hmm.
can rent the jet skis. You can go island hopping, parasailing. That yacht that we rented,
Yeah.
it's not far from there. Yeah, Lapu
Yes,
Lapu is considered that.
and I think Sir Calvin, I think the owner of the rest house that you stay, I think that family is from Mandawi City because Owano family is one family riches in Mandawi City.
Oh, absolutely. Whoever owns
Yes.
that house, I said that
Yeah.
in the video I did with Maryland. They're certainly millionaires, man. You just that lot, Fred, would probably cost.
Yeah.
There's no telling how much
Yeah.
just the lot costs, let
Especially it's
alone the
out there at the
house.
beach, especially
Yeah,
beachfront
yeah.
property. Yeah.
And you're in Lapu Lapu. But anyway, okay, Johnny said, what's the rental price per month on the property? In the thumbnail, it's 15,000 US dollars per month. Okay, because it's $500 per day. So you times that by 30, that's 15,000 US dollars per month to rent that place. Now, could you probably work out a deal with the owner? It all depends on how full that place stays. If it only stays full half the month, then you probably can cut that in half and say, hey, I'll give you 6,000 US dollars for the whole month. They may do that, but yeah, that's an expensive place.
Yeah, I can see.
But yeah, there's plenty Airbnbs in Lapu Lapu. Mostly that Moncton Newtown, you can get them over there. How far are you from there, Fred?
From
I mean, not Fred. How far are you from there, Sharon?
I'm a long way away.
Yes, your friend need to ride a airplane. I think 20 minutes, 20 or 25 minutes. And honestly, I am extension a condo agent because I've been speaking to one of the business consultant in Mactan Newtown. I was in their office because I was inquiring condo before, and he told to me if I would like to be an extension agent for condominium. And then I told to him, yes, okay, it's okay for to have fun, or so that I can earn money also, I can have commission.
Yeah, but yeah, those condominiums over there are ridiculous. The
Yes.
prices, the prices are. I mean, you're talking about that building that we stayed in. CO Fred is 4.7 million,
Gee.
and I'm like, and then the 2 bedroom that I did the video, 18 million. But they do it for an investment it's not basically for the regular person. I mean, you have to have a lot of money.
Yeah, you
There's no way I would, 18 million, I'd buy me a mansion here somewhere. I'd have it built for 18
Calvin,
million.
at least you had a chance to go stay at a lot of these fabulous places, and you bring us along for the ride, you know?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, Sir Calvin, that there will be a new building ongoing construct in Macta Newtown. The name of that building is Victoria, and then there will be a museum also will build in Macta Newtown, and a very big lagoon. Very big lagoon is like a very big swimming pool. You can swim there under the sea with a different restaurant beside of the big lagoon. It will sanctuarize in Macta Newtown.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he bought one for 10 million, but he can't move in until I'm thinking 2024. He can move in. I think that's when it's going to be ready to move in. And he's been, and it's right next to the Manchester building where we were staying. But Robert Dane said, do Filipinos visit coffee shops to hang out? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big trend here, Robert.
That's right. You know, coffee shops and all that.
Especially Starbucks.
Especially Starbucks.
Yes, when Filipino people go to Starbucks, some people think that, oh, they are rich because they are hung out in Starbucks.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's my hangout. That's my hangout when I'm there. That's why I hang out at Starbucks.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Me and Marilyn, we were eating at the Pancake House in Ayala Mall, and it's right across from Starbucks. And I said, wow, look at that new, I mean, look at the Starbucks over there. I mean, it had a line, Fred.
Yeah, yes.
But yet you could go to Bow's Coffee and nobody's in line. It's basically the same thing.
But it's not Starbucks.
Yeah, it's not Starbucks. It's the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing over here.
Yeah. You know, something I can never figure out. I got friends that actually bought condos over there. And they already finished them, but they actually had to put the money up before the condo was even built. I guess they get X number of people, but I was always kind of leery that buying something I don't have yet. And they haven't even started construction on it. And it could take maybe 3 or 4 years, you know, before they even start. So it looks like the money that you're paying, but you're paying money every month. So I guess the money you paying is the money they're using to start the project, I guess. I guess you pay for the whole building.
Yes, sir, you are right.
So I'd rather just take that money, you know, if I got, you know, if I want to live, which I never want to live in a condo over there anyway. I prefer to have a house like what Calvin has, and which I do have, but I'm saying if I didn't, and I'm married, you know, to a Filipino, and I'm there, I'll probably just go and give me a piece of property and build me a house. You know, I don't like a lot of people. With a condo, to me, you don't have no privacy. You know, you just can't, kind of restricted on what you can do.
Well, see, remember I told you that nothing makes sense over here.
Yes.
It's not supposed to, and it never will, because you're in the Philippines. That's one of the things that doesn't make sense to me either, Fred. It's like, why would I give you all that money up front like that? But that's just the way they do business over here, because it's all about trust.
Yes.
You know, and if it's a reputable company, I guess you can trust them, but I never could get with that either, Fred. And you got to give all that money and pay every month. I think he's paying, if I'm not mistaken, for 4 years, he pays, I want to say 12,000 pesos per month before he ever moves in.
You see what I mean?
And, you know, he had to give a down payment.
Yep. You know, it was like what Sharon was talking about when he was talking about how
when it
people
comes
loaning
to a
money
house,
for housing. Oh, go ahead. You said when it comes to a house?
Well, Larry and Stacy said, Calvin, we did the Filipino mortgage. That's what I did. That's pay as you go, but that's like with a house and a lot. you get your lot, then you hire
Yeah.
somebody to build it, and then you just pay until you run out of money. Then you get more money, then they start work again. That's the Filipino mortgage.
Yeah. But at
Yes,
least,
the
but,
process.
at least you see it because you're paying for it yourself. You're seeing it.
Yeah,
I don't have to
yeah.
wait for 60 other people to put enough money in them into the pot before they even break ground. And then I got to wait, what, 3 or 4 years later, maybe, before I can even move in.
Yeah.
Am I right, Sharon?
Yes, sir.
But
Here in the process, yeah, in the process here, if you will get a house in the real property, you must pay the equity. There is an equity. It's like a down payment. So there is an equity if how much the price of the house, like for example, 2 million pesos of the house. So you need to pay equity worth 500,000 pesos, and you will pay the 500,000 pesos within 12 months, so 2 years. And then
Yeah.
if you fully pay the equity, you can moving on the unit that you will get. And then after, you will continue the rest of the price of the house. Either you will loan to Pag-ibig Society. So Pag-ibig Society
Mhm.
will pay the house to the real estate. And then after, the owner of the house pay the monthly mortgage to Pag-ibig. That's the process here.
Yeah, because a friend
Yeah,
of mine,
but
go ahead, Calvin.
no, I'm saying, so what kind of protection do we have on our money, Sharon, when you're asking us to pay all this money up front before the building's even constructed?
No, because
What kind of
you have documents that to sign. You have
mm.
yes, you
Well,
need to
hell,
sign.
how many people get documents? How many people got documents in these damn Ponzi schemes? They got
No,
documents too. They don't mean
no,
nothing.
no, it's not scheme because they are a big real estate property like 8990, and then some of them are richest family here in the Philippines, and then they buy a property which is cheap price, and then after they build a house and sold it to the people expensive. And then you have documents to sign. You have I don't know how to say contract signing. So your money is safe, and then you pay your equity, then you can move into the house that you want to have. And that's the
Yeah. So
most
what
of the real
happens?
estate.
What happens if the company goes bankrupt? That happens over here a lot. Then what
Yes,
happens?
if the company is bankrupt, I think you have no choice that you lost your money.
So that's what I'm saying. What is the protection against that? I guess just know who you're dealing with, or buy. Is there ways we can buy a property, a condominium, and just move right into the place?
No, I think you cannot get a condominium if you are not yet paid the equity payment. It's the same of the houses. That's the process here in the Philippines.
Because Calvin, looks like the only way, and Sharon, the only way you can move into a condo, if somebody already built and the person living there decides they want to sell, then you pay them whatever prices they want for the condo. So what I understand is the people
Yeah.
that's getting money from the government, because I talked with somebody about that when I was over there, was built in a house. No, the house was already built. Okay. Or they were building the house. So they applied to get a loan, but they had to pay a down payment is what they were telling me. Then once the down payment, whatever the down payment is, once they make that payment, and then the house is done, and even before you move into the house, they were telling me they were already making monthly payments.
Yes.
Okay, but they're not in the house yet. The house is supposedly done, but they're waiting for what they tell me. They hook up water, power, some other stuff, and then
Yes.
have to do an inspection. Whatever contractor built the house, I guess the government, whoever gives the money to the people, inspects the housing before it's released. But you're paying on it, but you're not living in it yet. But it's done. You can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds right about that.
But
Then.
see, that's
Okay.
just the way we think in the West. We're not going to
Yeah.
pay anything up front like that. I mean, we'll get a loan from the bank, and then it's the bank's money if the damn house goes bankrupt or whatever.
Mm.
But usually you get that loan from the bank, and they'll start building the house.
Yeah.
What's up, TJ? Yeah, TJ, he's the one that rented that property over there. You should see, he was coming from Singapore. This is a young guy, man. You know, he got money to throw around like that. I don't, Fred. I think he had a hotel room in Singapore. It was $1,500 per night.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, he sent me the. Huh?
Go ahead, because I'm going to say something when you finish.
Well, this place was magnificent. It was like something like a millionaire would stay in, and he's sitting there, him and his girl, they having drinks, and then all of a sudden, this thing rises up, and hell, they're underwater. They're underwater.
You know, hey, Calvin, I think it's close. If any of it's going to get a bit underwater, man, we lay down in the bathtub. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I guess if you got it like that, man, because I was like, the damn thing, it's a hotel room. It had like 3 or 4 floors in the damn hotel room. And I'm like, man, what kind of hotel is this? It had a staircase and all kind of stuff going on. I'm like, man, you hit the lottery over there or something?
Hey, man, if you got it, you can't take it with you. You know, you might as well enjoy life while you can. You know, shoot. If I had that kind of money when I was younger, I'd be gone. Oh, that's out of my pay grade.
I couldn't even afford $1,500 per month for it. I couldn't afford $1,500 per month.
You know,
he said for one night. Like, wow, that's crazy. But you know, I appreciate you, man.
I'd rather stay home, and you know, when guests invite you to go, I just share your experiences. You show me everything. Oh yeah, it's nice. Okay, that's the only way I can afford it, Kelvin, to watch you when you're there.
Yeah. I'm glad that he invited me to experience that. But I'm gonna tell you, man, it will spoil you, man. You'd be like, man, because we were only able to stay one night there. He actually rented it for 2 nights. And man, I wanted to kick myself. I was like, man, we should have bought Goofy with us. Man, I mean, that place was, it was nice. And then not only did he rent this place, Fred, he stocked it with like some of the best steak that money can buy. Yeah, you don't see that kind of steak over in the Philippines. I don't know where he bought that stuff from, to be honest with you.
Wow.
He had some type of steak. It was it was like buttery soft, man.
Wow.
He cooked it perfect. Then he had all these fancy steak sauces, and I'm like, is this guy legitimate? I hope he's not working for one of them damn Sunulu cartels or something, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The money that he was spending, man, I was like, wow. I was impressed. And the Beach of Life was there. He said, real talk, TJ Johnson is the class act and in my Hall of Fame. Yeah, he definitely has to go into the Hall of Fame for that weekend right there. That's a fact.
Hey, Sharon,
he made it in just for one weekend.
Sharon might get an invite. Sharon from Lapu Lapu get an invite. You could do a blog from there.
Well, let me see.
I will buy that kind of rest house when I will win in the lottery here in the Philippines.
Now this guy makes a point right here. It's RV. He said vacant units are being used for Airbnb by some condo property owners here until it's sold. That's a fact. Yeah. Anywhere you go, okay, like they've got a nice condominium unit here. It's a tower, Horizon 101. If you go on Airbnb, one lady has like 10 units that she's renting out, in this Horizon 1-1. It's right down from Mango Square and the old Robinson and Quincy Circle. So that's what they're doing too, because I was wondering, I was like, who's buying all these condominiums in Cebu? I mean, it's like Manila. It's just like hundreds and hundreds of big high-rise buildings. I'm like, who's buying these things?
You know, Calvin, over there, has anybody done the tiny home type deal? Because I noticed that's becoming a big thing. You know, tiny homes. You know, you have property. You can have a tiny home built to your specification. It wouldn't be as big as your house, Calvin, or yours, Sharon. I wonder if some people are living that way, tiny living or tiny home living.
Well, they're doing those container homes here. They're very popular in the Philippines now.
Yeah.
Those container homes,
Yeah.
Fred.
Yeah.
Well, you can take your house. You can take your house anywhere you want to take it.
Yeah.
You could put it on the ferry and take it somewhere else if you want to, as long as you got the land. But I think they're running like 30 to 35,000 US dollars. But TJ Johnson says, at the beach of life, right back at you, brother. Always welcome to come down and hang out in Bow. Yeah, you outdid yourself, man, you know, because that was a hell of a place, man. I mean, it was.
So the place all had its own comfort rooms, bathrooms. Each apartment
it had
separate.
Yeah, each bedroom had its own. You know, it was a suite. Each bedroom was a suite. Then you had, when you go downstairs, on the outside of the place, you had 2 shower rooms for when you want to change to get in your swimming clothes and go swim, take a shower. Then they had a shower out by the gate that you could take a shower. You know, if you come from the beach, you know, if you come from the beach, you got sand all on your feet and everything. You take a shower right there before you go into the house. But yeah, it had canoes. It had a bar out in the back, the big pit barbecue, of course, the swimming pool with the jacuzzi. It had it all, man. I mean, it was really nice. If you could pay for that.
You know,
it'd be nice if you. It'd be nice if you had like 4 or 5 couples.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just 10 people could go in, and that way it'd be like $50 each.
Yeah.
To make it, you know, affordable. He says unlimited hot water. Yeah. In all the bedrooms. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, this was an Airbnb unit. I doubt if this family would sell their house. You'd have to come off with a lot of money to buy that thing.
But
I'd probably say,
you figure
I'd probably say 50 million pesos for that.
Well, they may not even want to sell it there because they can make more money just by renting it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that place is popular.
Yes.
Because they've got smaller versions. They've got one over in Sapaway. It's called Maria's Place. And it's a private residence with a swimming pool. It's nice, but it's nothing like that.
You know, I'm thinking, Calvin, see, if I move to the Philippines, I probably could throw me a swimming pool out back. I could make this a B&B.
Oh, absolutely. You could. Especially in Guam, I'm
close to the base. I'm close to the base, 5 minutes away from the main gate.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get big money doing that, Fred, extra income. But, you know, one thing about Airbnbs, though, guys, here's what you got to watch out for. And this is something that people have been doing. We don't know if it's even legal or not. But they're putting cameras in these places. They're watching you from their house to make sure you're taking care of their property. A lot of, you know, they've been busted doing this. They got a Facebook group of a lot of Airbnbs, and they've been sharing like funny videos with the group. They got busted doing it, man. So be careful.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's a way that you can check to see if there's a camera in your room. They say cut off all the lights, turn on your cell phone, and it'll find the camera.
Wow.
But be careful. Keep that in mind when you're renting Airbnbs, man. They're watching you. I don't know if it's legal or not, but they are. The nicer the place, the more likely it is they're watching you.
I got a problem with that. You got cameras in the areas you're trying to sit in there, and people watching you and all this stuff. No, I really don't think it's legal, really. But like you said, they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it, man. And it's just something that you have to be aware of, because I'm gonna tell you, here's how I know it's a fact that they're doing it. I was staying at one of the units in Mavisa Gardens, right? And the people were cutting the air condition on remotely from their house. And I'm like, I know they got a camera in here. I know they're watching me. See, luckily I was in there by myself. I didn't have a woman or anybody with me. But they were cutting the air condition and different things, the Wi-Fi and all that. They were doing that remotely from their house. So if they were cutting that on, I know they had a camera in there. They were probably watching.
Yeah. Well, I can understand if you're going to put cameras on the outside the house to make sure people who shouldn't be around coming in. And some people have a camera by the front door to their house, but that's the only place where the cameras are at. They don't put them in the rest of the house. Yeah,
look it up. Look it up. Research it, guys. It's true. They're watching you, man. And it's just something that you want to make sure you can ask. See, if you ask the Airbnb owner, they're supposed to tell you, hey, do you got cameras in your unit? It's almost like if the undercover police, if you ask them, say, hey, man, are you police? They're supposed to tell you. I guess it's worth something like that.
So it makes me wonder, that place you were staying
aware
at,
of that,
did you have cameras there? That place you were in, Calvin, you think there was cameras in there?
Absolutely. We saw one outside by the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm thinking if they got one out here, maybe they've got them in the side, because Michael Beach of Life saw it. He said, there's a camera right there. And it was right there by the swimming pool. So I'm sure that place was nice, man. I'm almost sure that's why, it's, if they want to see a freak show, then cut it on, Fred. I don't care. But sometimes, you get to the point where you're like, okay, if you want to watch, then here we go. But
it'd probably be a black marketed DVD.
Of course, yeah. They
see, what would they name it?
But now he says, this guy says, got that sportswear, said that is just to make sure you don't have lots of people there. It's not in bedrooms. No, but if you go on Facebook, man, they've got a Facebook group where they're sharing these videos, these funny videos of, that they've captured in their places. They've got them inside. It's not supposed to be legal, but they're doing it, guys. He says it's not in bedrooms. They do that here in Texas. They do not do cameras in bedrooms. It's not. It's so not taken advantage of for your information. Yeah, well, okay. I'm telling you what I'm reading.
Calvin, I would take that with a grain of salt, because somebody could put a camera in your bedroom, and cameras are so sophisticated, you would never know one was in there.
That's right. Now, this guy says you can sweep a room to see if any hidden cameras are around. Radio Shack used to sell them for $29. Always use one in hotels. Yeah, because, I know they're not supposed to be doing it, but they're doing it, man.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that you're taking care of their property. Right, it's an invasion of privacy, but if it's your own, remember Airbnbs are their own private residences, you know. So who's to say, who's stopping me from like in this Airbnb I'm in right now? This is somebody's condominium. Who's stopping them from putting a damn camera in that clock right there or something like that? You know, that's all I'm saying. Just be careful, guys. You know that they're doing it, and whether it's illegal or not, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You know, not that it's legal or not. I'm just telling you that they're doing it. So look out for it. You know, if you and your girls in there doing something freaky, get under the covers at least. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Sharon, what do you got to say about that? Do they have cameras in their houses here?
Yes, there are some houses here installed camera, but they installed in the outside, I mean outdoor, in front, I mean close to their gate, so that they can know when there will be akyat bahay or robbery person going to their inside their house to rob some things. Yes, and on the back,
Yeah.
behind of their house also. Yes.
Yeah. Now Moochie T says it's not an invasion of privacy in common areas. In bedrooms, the owner would get in trouble in the U.S. Not sure about the Philippine laws. That is why I prefer hotels. You know, see, some people don't do Airbnbs, and that's why. You know, there's a privacy issue, guys, that we're dealing with.
Well, there's one thing I can say about.
I see a little hole in the damn camera. You know.
Oh, but you know, Calvin, what's nice about the hotel rooms and stuff, you know, when you go to the desk to check out, they actually go back and they inspect the room to make sure everything is okay, you know, before you can even check out. Or if you take some drinks out the refrigerator, you know, make sure you mark it down, you pay for it and stuff like that. And you got some people prefer to stay in a both long-term or stay with a B&B, but myself personally, I prefer hotel rooms.
Yeah, because see, people are talking about it's only illegal if you get caught, Fred.
Yeah.
That's the point. You know, they're saying, oh, it's illegal to do that. Yeah, if you get caught.
Yeah.
But who sweeps their room? What normal person sweeps their room for cameras? When they go, they're not even thinking of that.
No.
You know, so I'm looking around now like, hey, maybe they got me on camera, me and Marilyn last night. Well, if they do, we put on a good show for them, Fred.
Yes, same on me, Sir Calvin. When me and my husband went to Manila last 2013, and then we went to the hotel, you know that when I went inside the bedroom, I'm just only checking on the wall, on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hey, that's probably how they get a lot of those X-rated videos with foreigners in it. That's probably how they get all those X-rated videos.
Yeah. See, we don't read the fine print though, Fred. You know, there's a fine print with this Airbnb. Nobody reads it.
You know why?
It's probably saying something about it in there. Who reads the fine print, guys? Nobody.
You can't even read it on most of the times unless you got a magnifying glass. You know, that's why they call it fine print.
Yeah. See, that's where they get it. Yeah, that fine print, man. They get it. We lose a lot dealing with that fine print.
Yeah.
The Beach of Life says, before you click off the live, please give Danny from Road to the Philippines a watch. His vlogs are high quality. Oh, he's got 955 subscribers. Yeah, let's get Danny to 1,000, y'all. He's a good guy. He's
He
a real
is.
deal, guys.
Yeah.
We only need 40. He only needs 45 more.
Yeah.
Now, here, Raymond Walker says, pen cameras are very hard to detect. The law is you have to disclose to renters that the cameras are in the property. See, that's what I was saying. I'm saying if you ask the Airbnb, say, hey, do you have cameras in this place? They're supposed to tell you. But if you don't ask, they're not going to tell you.
And how many people is going to ask when you think about it, Calvin? Maybe now, after
Yes.
watching this
See,
blog,
that's
but
what I'm saying.
most of us don't think about that,
And the laws may be different over here. Then see, we think that everything works the same here as it does at home. This is what we have in our mind, but it's not. There's some totally different laws. You can get away with some stuff over here you couldn't get in America, and vice versa. Road to the Philippines says, thank you, Beach of Life. Thanks for the shout out, Cal. Yeah. Well, you're the real deal, man. And, you come over here. I've seen you in person. You're not that's your real face on his profile.
Yes,
See,
it is.
He's not, some phony guy that, because a lot of these profiles, man, are crazy. It's not the real person, Fred. That is you, right, Fred, in that three-piece suit on your profile.
Well, actually, I changed it. When you look at it now.
Oh, you did?
Well, my Facebook page is still me in a three-piece suit, but on my Gmail account,
yeah,
I think Sharon's seen it, but you'll see me wearing my face mask. It'll say OG Fred, and that's about it. That's me.
Okay, yeah, because I remember back in the day, man, three-piece suits was all that. Then they went out of style. Yeah. Everybody was wearing two-piece. That's kind of coming back, Fred.
Well, those suits that you see me, those are tailor-made, Kelvin. I had those made when in Korea, when I went up there
wow.
on a field trip, with my son. So I had 3 made up. So I got 3 suits.
Yeah. Now, Juan Quinones says they make sure you read the clause about property damage. Yeah, we don't do any of that. We just go on Airbnb. We look at the reviews. We look at the price. We look at the availability, and we click on it. We give up all kind of rights and everything because we don't read this stuff. When's the last time you stayed in a hotel, Sharon?
Last 2013, and then when I was rented a fully furnished house, there was documents that I need to sign that if there was damage at the house, I need to pay it or I need to replace it.
Yeah. So that's the last time you stayed in a hotel was 2013?
Yes, exactly.
Wow. My goodness. That's a long time, Sharon.
Yes, and then it's not in the big or middle class hotel. We stay in the simple hotel and good quality but less price. But it's located also in Makati. Just walking to the embassy.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out. I ran into a couple of subscribers yesterday in the mall. I was kind of shocked, but it seems like every time I come to Cebu, because there's a lot of foreigners in Cebu, that's one advantage of living in a big city, Fred. You run into there's a lot of foreigners you can talk to and kick it around with. James was one guy. He's a young guy. He may be the youngest guy that I've ever met who actually lives here in the Philippines. Wow. Now, I don't know what he does for a living or anything like that, but he's a young guy. Somebody told me about him, and I finally was able to meet him yesterday. He's a young guy. He looks to be in his 30s. He lives here.
That's nice.
And also Andre's here visiting his girlfriend. It's his first time. I took a picture of him. We were in the store yesterday. We were in the same, I was looking at tea he was looking at T, and then we looked at each other, and he says, "You look familiar." He said, "Are you on you? He said, "Are you on YouTube?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're Sunshine Shoulders." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Man, he said, I got to take a picture with you." He said, "Because my girlfriend not gonna believe this." He said, "When I show her this picture and then cut on YouTube, she's gonna be shocked, right?" Well, anyway, he's a cool guy, man. I think he's from Miami. He said, originally from the Bahamas, but yeah, I just want to shout them guys out. There was another guy, Mark, that I saw too. He was with his wife, his girlfriend, and her family. And it's just kind of surreal when you see guys in person. You know, that's why I invented the panel. I'm trying to get other guys to come on here, but hell, most of the people that come and see me, Fred, they want to be incognito. I'm like, who the hell are you hiding from?
Well,
why the hell did you come? You can't hide in the Philippines. But it puts me at a disadvantage, right? You see these other channels that are interviewing all these interesting people, right? But everybody comes to see me, they like, no, don't put me on camera. I don't want nobody to know I'm over here. And I'm like, man, that's not freedom right there, Fred. Not to me, but I respect it.
Well, you're kind of famous. Sharon, have you ever noticed about Calvin? You know, when he out and about, he's got his sunglasses on, got his shades on, incognito.
And I think when he will go to Cebu, I think anywhere in Cebu City, he most of the people recognize him.
Yeah, but you better wear sunglasses over here, Fred. The sun will blind you over here.
Yeah. Well, I was just teasing you.
I mean, really, man, it ain't no joke.
You notice how famous people that wear sunglasses because they want to be incognito. They don't want to be recognized. Oh boy, Well, Calvin, one of my things in the future.
They see this big shiny ass hair, man. They like that Sunshine Shoulder because remember, okay, I did my video yesterday. We're in the guy Ash, he's from England.
Yeah.
Now we had been in there working out for about 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't until he came over and he said, "Hey, is it okay if we use this piece of machinery?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna use it." Yeah. And then he looks at me, he's like, "I know you. You're on YouTube, right?" And it's a guy, he's from England. It's him and his wife in there. He said, "You Sunshine Shoulders." And I was kind of shocked but not really, because in Cebu, it's a lot of foreigners and they watch YouTube. But if I go somewhere else, people don't know me, Fred, but they know me here because it's a lot of foreigners here. Even in Manila, I'm pretty sure I would probably, if I stayed there long enough, somebody would know me. But when I go to these other places, man, they don't know me really, man. Because
so actually,
it's not a whole lot of foreigners.
So actually, Calvin, if I came there to San Carlos City, Lapu-Lapu, you mean they might recognize me as being a celebrity on your show?
They would recognize you in Cebu. They would recognize you in Cebu, Fred. But I doubt if they would recognize you in San Carlos City. Okay. Because it's just not that many foreigners there. And if a Filipino, if they recognize you, they're not going to say anything to you. Yeah. Okay, they'll know who you are, but they won't say anything. They're too shy, right, Sharon?
So let me see.
Yes.
Well, so let me see, Sharon and Calvin. If I came there, I should shave all my hair off and put some glasses on. They probably won't recognize me because they're so used to seeing me with my hairpiece, as Calvin says.
Yeah, just take your hairpiece off.
Even if you are wearing sunglasses, the people can recognize you.
No, they're going to know who you are, Fred. If you're in Cebu, I guarantee you they'll know who you are. But San Carlos City, no, it's probably only a handful of foreigners in San Carlos. I'd say about 50. But Punk and Joe Philippine Experience said, "Calvin, we're finally taking my wife to get vaccinated tomorrow. Now that her pregnancy is over, we'll be able to island hop again. Thank goodness." Yeah. They're strict over here, man. If you're not vaccinated, you can't go anywhere. Right, Sharon?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
So
I
Sharon, did
mean,
you
you
get your
know,
booster? Have you been boosted?
Yes, sir. I had already my first booster, and I am planned to have my second booster
Oh,
because
okay.
I already required for to have a second booster because I've been asking to my niece, which is working
Hmm.
in the vaccination site. I asked her if I can able to receive my vaccine second booster, and then she told
Hmm.
to me, "Yes, Ate, you can have it because there was 2 months or 3 months since you have your
Yeah.
first booster, so it's okay. You can have it."
Calvin, when are you gonna make your trip up to
yeah,
Kansas City? You know, you keep saying you're gonna go up there. When are you going?
I am. I'm gonna have to, man. But do they got a bus that goes from here to there? I don't want to get on the plane.
Well, it's either that or you're just gonna have to take the ferry across, and you can catch a
Yeah,
bus that goes
to
point to point.
Manila.
Yeah, point to
Yeah,
point that would take you up
but
there.
I take
You
my
know.
second booster this month. I get my
Okay.
second booster this month, and because I remember taking my first one so that I could get back into the Philippines without any,
Yeah.
uh, RT-PCR tests.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, one thing I like about the Philippines, man, it's law and order here. There's order here, Fred. It's not like in America where you just so free you can just do just about any damn thing. If you don't have your vaccination over here, man, they treat you like a damn stepchild. They treat you like a second class citizen, man. You better have the damn thing. That's a fact. Um, let's see, he says, 907 Living says, I chat with a Filipino up in Escalante near you, Calvin. I showed her your channel, but she got mad at how you look down on Filipinos. But I don't understand why she said that. Yeah, see, this is the reason why I get nervous when Filipinos watch my channel because they misinterpret me, Fred. I don't know. I don't
Mhm.
look down on Filipinos, and I don't know if you're a troll or not because that's not me. I don't look down. I don't know why they say that. That's not true. But that's one of the reasons why I get nervous when Filipinos watch my channel because
Mhm.
I know they're going to misinterpret me. And that's just a fact, man. But yeah,
Well, the
that's a
problem you
red
run into,
flag, James.
but you know what the problem is a lot of times is English is a second language in the Philippines, so a lot of time they
Right.
can misinterpret what you're saying. You know.
But see, this guy probably was just a troll, Fred, that snuck
Yeah.
through because
Yeah.
there's no way. Um, if enough Filipinos thought that I was looking down on Filipinos, man, they would have got rid of my channel a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't believe that at all.
Well,
Okay.
speaking of trolls, that's something I was asking Sharon before. Since she's getting popular on the channel, has she had to deal with any trolls? You know.
Have you dealt with any yet, Sharon?
Yes, there was a guy. I don't know if she is a guy or a woman, and then he spoke to me about why you say you didn't know how the foreign woman life here in the US, and then I told to him, no, I didn't mention all. I just only telling what I saw and what my husband told to me about foreign woman, because like what my husband told to me that when he bought his house, he bought it in his own money, but when they will get separated, his wife want to have the half share of the house, but my husband didn't agree because at the first place it's his own money, and then that's why they went to the court, but his
Yeah.
ex-wife doesn't do anything, so she didn't receive the part of the house. And then I told him, I told him that I didn't say that I know the life of the foreign woman. I just only say what I see and what I heard in my environment and what my husband told me.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have enough viewers yet, Fred, to get real trolls.
Yeah.
You become a part of trolldom when they start making videos about you, Sharon. See, that's when you know you made it. Otherwise, I wish all guys did would talk about me because I hit that hide user button. See,
Yeah.
I could get rid of them, Fred. I wish that's all they did to me, but they don't. Here's Miracles. This is Marilyn. She says, at the beach of life, is this you, Michael? Yeah, that's Michael.
So Calvin,
That's you.
how you think the Miracles channel is coming along? Me and Lynn, we looked at the couple one. The first one you did with Marilyn, you got a lot of views on that one.
Yeah, I think it's going okay. You know, it's just that, remember, it's hard to get, see, Marilyn is just, she's like a lot of women over here. They're so self-conscious. They think that when we make a video, there's thousands of people watching, but there's not. It's just me and you, Marilyn, watching the video. You know, initially, it's only when we upload it do other people watch it. So she hasn't gotten comfortable yet. Because trust me, Marilyn talks a lot louder than that. She's a lot more confident, than she's showing on the channel, but she's self-conscious. She's afraid. She thinks that while we're making the video, people are watching us, but they're not. So
no,
I think, for us we've only done 3 videos together. Yeah. I think it's going pretty good. But once she opens up and becomes more comfortable, like I can see insurance videos, she's becoming more comfortable.
Yeah.
As you make more videos, you become more comfortable. Mm-hmm. And that's all it is. I think it's going to be good because it's so much I can talk about with Marilyn that I can't just talk on my own, Fred. So I think it's eventually going to be good.
Oh, okay.
They said Marilyn's doing a fantastic job, and I think she is too. It's just
she's actually
going to take.
Well, she's more confident than what I could see from the first one you did to the other one. So she's more confident in speaking up. Just like when I talk with Sharon. Sharon is a good interviewer, when you do your one-on-one with people, and people are listening, but you're confident when you do your single videos, but it seemed like when you interviewing guests, you seem to be in your element,
Yes. And now, Sir Fred, I have confidence now of myself doing video on the street because at the first time I was very ashamed, but now I have confidence now to doing video in the street. And then there were some people say, "Oh, she's making vlog, hi," or something, and then I laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's so many people over here. There's literally thousands and thousands of people over here with cameras and phones, Fred.
Yeah.
Vlogging, trying to, hit their stride, trying to get discovered on YouTube. But it's not that easy. It takes, first of all, you got to be talking to somebody. Somebody's got to be able to relate to what you're saying. You can't just get up there and show a bunch of beaches and different things like that. People get bored. You only got about 1.5 minutes to catch somebody's attention. Mm-hmm. You got to talk about stuff that they want to talk about. I gave you the top 5 subjects about Philippines on YouTube. Number 1, relationships. Mm-hmm. Number 2, safety. Number 3 is cost of living budget. Number 4 is healthcare. Number 5 is travel. if you got to talk about those 5 things if you want people to stay to pay attention to you. And then you got to talk about real stuff. You know, when we talk about the unspoken agreement, see, people are afraid to talk about. The Filipinos not going to talk about that. But if she does spread, a lot of people are going to come to her channel and listen to her because they want to really know what's going on between men and women over here. Why are Filipinos, why are they interested in us when the women in America aren't interested? You got to let them know why, Sharon.
Yes. Yes, exactly, sir.
You,
Because
you got to tell them why.
yes, because lot of foreigner now will know about they will know in advance, or the quality of the Filipina before they come here, so that they will have an idea. That's why the reason the 2 women that I interview, they have a YouTube channel, and then they are trying to vlog. And then I told the video that they create is like they eating in the burger shop or going to the mall. And then I told to them, no, if you do on that way, your YouTube channel will not be known, or you will have no so much of subscribers. So better that you say about the way of living, and then the relationship of the foreigner with the Filipino woman, and then about the Filipina scammers, what Filipina scammer saying to the foreign guy, or something like that. And then they say, okay. So that's why I give them an idea. And then I told them, because if you only make a video just eating, no, your YouTube channel will not hit.
Sharon, do you have your YouTube on right now?
Who, me?
Yes,
Sharon,
I have my
because I'm getting the feedback.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, cut your YouTube off.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting the feedback. You can't watch StreamYard and YouTube at the same time. It will mess things up. See how clear you are now. But what I'm talking about, Sharon, is okay. For instance, there's this one channel that's come on my feed now. I think it's called Filipino Lipstick or something. And all she's doing is going around interviewing single Filipinos. Well, it's caught on evidently. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Okay, remember the trolls, they turned me in for human trafficking. Man, if this ain't, I'm going to tell you something. This, she can get away with it though because she's Filipino. But man, she's asking questions that I could never ask because it would be misinterpreted as trying to, be a dating site or something. But it's called Filipino Lipstick. I'm almost sure of it. Hers is going to catch on because, she's talking about relationships, but she's not doing any nitty gritty. She's basically just interviewing Filipino single women and asking them, are you looking for a foreign guy? And they're saying, yeah. But because they can't go against their culture. Their culture won't allow them to talk about the things that we really want to talk about, Fred, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Say for instance, because it's Filipinos right now, they don't like me when I talk about the unspoken agreement. It was messaged me the other day. He said, yeah, we saw you at the mall. My wife, she says, oh, you're not right all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm not. But and then he started talking about the unspoken agreement. And I was like, well, I know for a fact that about 98% of us fall under that unspoken agreement. It's nothing to be ashamed about. See, they're in denial. They would never say that. They would never say, oh, I'm interested in this man because I want a better life and because, financially. they won't say that, but it's obvious that that's what the attraction is, Fred. It's obvious it is. I just talk about the obvious things. I just put it up there in the forefront. And a lot of women over here don't like that. They don't want me talking like that. See? So, but the men do. I'm talking to the men. I'm not talking to the Filipinos. And that's why I get nervous when Filipinos watch my channel, because they get the wrong impression. But, if you want to think that, some woman's dating you 8,000 miles away, but she's got children already. So that means, the men here that she's attracted to, and you think it's just for love, then hey, it's on you, man. I'm just telling you that it starts out as a financial agreement. Now, what it turns into, does it turn into love? Yeah, a lot of times it does. Okay, but sometimes it just stays there with the finances. You give me what I want, I'm going to give you what you want, man. That's just the facts over here. From my perspective, from what I'm seeing, living and experiencing, I'm not talking about all Filipinos. I'm talking about the ones I've dealt with, and and the ones I've talked to. John's wife sit there in front of me and John and told us. She said, yeah, that's the reason why I was interested in him. Because he could give me a better life, right? She said, yeah, initially it was about money. But then I grew to love John. Okay, so what's wrong with that? But when I say it, guys get mad. This guy was mad. He said, I'm a God-fearing man, and I think God put this woman in my path. I'm like, okay. But you still paying for everything, damn it, when you get over here. Right? You still paying for everything. Because most of the women we deal with, they don't have a lot of money.
No.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, but they get mad at me when I talk about stuff like that. They get mad at me when I talk about stuff like the girlfriend experience. Like when you finally meet the Filipino, you do start living together like you've been knowing each other years. Like you've been married, like you're married already. I mean, why do you get mad at that? It's the truth. It's just a fact but because I say it, they don't want me to say it. But I call that the nitty gritty. Oh well, how you in Toledo already? How'd you get there that quick? You must have called a taxi. That was quick. Prove it, Marilyn. Take a picture and show it to me. No, but she probably called a taxi, man, because that was quick.
So from there,
so now she
you have to take a boat. You take a boat home. Or how do you get home? I'm not familiar with your part of the world where you guys live at. I'm more of a Luzon guy. I don't know much about Cebu or any of those areas. So from Cebu, how do you get home?
You take the bus, taxi, or van to Toledo City, Cebu, which is about an hour and a half from here. Then you catch ferry. See, Toledo City's right across the harbor from San Carlos City, but it's about another hour and a half ferry ride. But you get there at a certain time because the ferry is only 3 trips, per day.
Yeah. Okay.
So if she's in Toledo now, she'll be able to catch the 1 o'clock ferry over to San Carlos. If not, Fred, she would have to wait until 6 p.m.
Wow.
And Sir Calvin, I have question. Is there a ferry from Negros to Siquijor?
From Negro, it is, yeah, it's from, if you go to Dumaghetti's Negro Island, it's a
Okay.
35-minute ferry ride. If you do the ocean jet, I think it takes like an hour if you use the light ferry. But yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. But Beach of Life says it's up to you to take it from finance to romance. It's true though. I did deal, but they don't want me talking about that. But I'm sorry. I was brought up in a house. My mother, she didn't sugarcoat anything, man. She told us life how it really was. She never talked to me about sex, but she didn't have me believing that some stork was bringing the baby to the house, Fred. We knew that wasn't going on, okay? You
And
understand?
Santa Claus coming in your
Yeah,
neighborhood to drop off some toys.
yeah, yeah. We didn't believe in that stork
Yeah,
carrying the baby,
yeah.
okay? We knew something else was going on, but she
Yeah.
never really talked about it. She was honest about it, and most Filipinos will be honest about it if you talk to them about it, but they're never going to talk to you about it because they know the reputation that they have. It's not the right reputation because you can't paint just because 1% of Filipinos may be scammers online doesn't make them all scammers. Okay, and just because a woman wants to get with you for a better life doesn't make her a scammer. But that's how they interpret it. If you bring up money or if you bring up finances with a relationship, they think you're calling them a scammer, but I'm not. Okay. But
Yes, that's
the
why.
thing is,
Okay.
we always want. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, that's why, Sir Calvin, I have one subscriber, and then she asked my advice and opinion because he is chatting with a Filipino woman, and then his Filipino woman got angry or got mad on her if he didn't send money to her. And then I told to
Yeah.
him, I told to him, okay, what I told to you is just only advice, and this is only my opinion. And you can make a test on your girlfriend, not send any dollar or any peso to her, and prove, and then make a test if she will still continue talking to you, and if what her reaction if you don't send money to her, and then if he still doesn't want to continue to communicate with you, so she loves you only your money, not you or who you are. That's the real love. And then
Well,
he
see,
told to me
that's why
also
they
what is
call
the
it.
way. Hmm.
That's why they call it the unspoken agreement.
Mm.
Filipinos are a real Filipino is not going to ask you for money, even though she knows that's what dating a foreigner is going to put her in a better position financially. She knows that for a fact. She's never going to say it though. Okay. But let's get off the Filipino. We always want to put it on the Filipino. What about the man? We never talk about what the man wants. See, we know what you want. That's why you come over here. But we try to make it all about the Filipino. See, so we always talk about all what the Filipino wants and what she's trying to get and what she's doing, but we never talk about what we doing. What are you doing over here 8,000 miles away dating a woman anyway? See, this is the nitty gritty, and people get upset when you talk about that, when you put the truth out there. They don't want to hear it because they feel embarrassed about it. This guy was embarrassed. He was like, "Oh, the unspoken agreement don't agree with me. I mean, it doesn't uh, uh, apply to me. God put this woman in my path." Yeah, but everything else fits the criteria, dude. She got her children already. Why would she want you when there's men over here, obviously, that she finds attractive enough to lay down and have a baby with? Why would she date somebody 8,000 miles away who, number one, she can't go to see you. You can only come to see her. She has no visa, you know, and there's many men right here in her neighborhood that look better than you. Okay? But she's dating you because you can put her in a better position financially. And then she can give you the attention that you're not getting from home. So what's wrong with that? But he wants me to think, oh, she wants me for me. Okay, well, I can't, I can't convince you. I can't change your mind. I'm trying to do.
Yes, and honestly, when I was chatting with my husband and online dating, he made a test with me. He told me because I never asked money from him for 1 year, and then after he made a test on me. He told to me that I don't have money, and then I am poor, and then I don't have big income, and then I answered to him, no, money is not more important. The more important is you love to each other and respect to each other. Yes, but honestly, we need money to buy what we want, what we need every day.
Mhm.
But money is not just the center on the important. Love is the more important, and understanding, kind, respect in relationship. And then, fortunately, he told to me that, Sharon, I made a test with you before. And then I said, what? That's why I told him,
You know,
make a test on your girlfriend.
in a normal situation, Sharon, that will be true. But when you're dating someone, when you're chatting with someone that lives 8,000 miles away, then you can throw all that out the window. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, love is more important. Okay, but there's got to be a reason why you would want to date a man so far away. There's Filipino men over here, nice looking men over here that you could date. Okay, that live right in your own neighborhood. I mean, I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying, I'm 59 years old. I was born at night. I wasn't born last night. I know these women I've been dealing with over here did not want me because I was some handsome looking man. And they just all of a sudden woke up one day and said, you know what? I want to date some bald-headed black man from America over here. No. It was already in their mind to go online and date foreigners because of the opportunity we present. There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't understand why people won't admit that. You said you never asked him for anything. That's why it's called the unspoken agreement. You're never going to ask him for a Sharon.
Yes.
There are many women over here dating broke foreigners, Sharon, okay? I'm sorry.
Yes.
That can't do anything for them. If they are, they're very unhappy. They got the short end of the straw because that's not what they bargained for, okay? So, that's real now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to buy that. And if love develops like it did, Fred obviously loves his wife and she loves him. 33 years, Fred.
Yep.
Yes.
33 years. But with men, we think it's a knock against our ego, especially coming from the West. We think we're less than or something like that. Or we're less of a man if we can't get a woman on our own efforts, just from the way we look and from our conversation. It's very few women you can get like that anywhere. What's the first thing they ask you when you take a woman out on a date, or the first time you pick up the phone and talk to a woman in America? What kind of job you got? Where you work? Are you in school? They're the machine is running up here.
And are you making six figures?
What'd you say, Fred?
I said they also want to know if you're making six figures, how much money you make. You know,
Yeah,
what kind
yeah,
of
it's
job you got,
always
what kind of
about,
money, everything else. So, you know, we're talking about there in the Philippines, but you run into the same thing in the States, you know, when you're dating somebody. You know, one could still be working, but
that's
they
what I
still expect
said.
you to put all the money up front, you know. Now I was thinking when I was dating, I can't think of any time anybody I was dating ever took me out and spent money on me. It was always the other way around because we were always told what a man's supposed to spend the money, you know.
But you know, in the back of our mind, see, it's unfair to put it all on the back of the Filipino. Why are you coming all the way over here for a date? Okay, it's got to be something going on for you to come all the way over here. Let's talk about us sometime. But we don't want to talk about it. We want to make it look like people are stupid. Like, you know, what do you think a woman, a beautiful woman, 25 years your junior, is wanting with your tired ass? You know, that no woman in America, your 20-something years, you know, it's the same thing as if you flipped it around. The older guys in America who are dating the young, fine, beautiful women are the ones with the money. Okay? When you see that going on, they're celebrity, they're businessmen, they got a good, you know, good income, right? Okay? It's the same thing when you flip it over here. The Filipino wants the man with the money. And over here, the foreigner is the one with the money in their mind. The ones who are online. Not all Filipinos. There's a reason these women are online. They're not online looking for love. Man, it's bullshit, man. Don't care what anybody says. They're looking for an opportunity. And if love develops, yeah, of course. They'll take that. That's a double, you know, whammy. But there's a reason that they're online, because there's men over here that can date, guys. Let's get that out of your head. Okay, thanks, TJ Johnson, for the super chat. He says, in the Philippines, I feel as it's understood that Western broke is better than Pinoy broke. Can you get a private boat to St. Carlos City from Toledo or nearby? I'm trying to figure out how to avoid that scary ass drive through the mountains from Bacala. Well, you know, TJ, you can actually, thanks for the super chat, you can actually go the long way from Bacala to St. Carlos City. It takes you double. You don't go through the mountains, but you make every stop at every little city. But I wouldn't take that private boat to St. Carlos City.
What part of San Carlos actually has an airport? Because I hear people talking about San Carlos City, and the guy that was over there, they got broke, and they helped him.
Well,
they got him on the plane.
Probably got a
Where's
strip.
that at? Is that where you at? Do they actually?
Well, there's two San Carlos.
What? Okay.
No, we don't have there's no airport in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. There may be one in the San Carlos City in Luzon, but when people want to fly out of here, they go to Bacolod or Cebu or Dumaguete.
Yeah, Dumaguete is where the airport is at. So when I hear
Dumaguete, Bacolod, or Cebu.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is what he's talking about. Well, I don't know Pagadian. That's in Mindanao. Let's see. He said if we could only read Sharon's mind. Well, Sharon already told us before. I don't know why all of a sudden she's changing it up now. She said she wanted the foreign man because of, you know, the situation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But they're not
It's just
listening.
like you want a beautiful Filipina, you don't want a fat big Shirley. That's why you come 8,000 miles away. See? But we don't talk about that. there's Big Shirley, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I had no idea what was waiting over here for me. When I came to the Philippines, Fred, I was going through a midlife crisis.
Mhm.
I lost a lot of I just had three nephews die in the span of 2 weeks
Yeah.
when I came over here. But when I got over here and saw what was over here, all of that changed. I was like, I'm never going back to fooling with them women over there. I like what's over here. Now, I'm going to do my part. I figured it out, okay? The unspoken agreement. And I said, okay, the script and all of that. That's fine. It don't bother me, okay? Because I'm the star of the show. As long as I'm the star of the show, it doesn't matter. But I asked Sharon about the script. She said when she met her husband, when he came to the Philippines the first time, that script played out just like I said it did, right, Sharon?
Yes.
When your husband got off the plane, did you leave his sight for the whole time he was there?
Excuse me?
Were y'all together the whole were you together? Were you with your husband the minute your husband got off the plane? Were you with him the whole entire time he was here?
We stay together. I met him in the airport because that's what he wants. And then,
Right.
yes, we go after the airport. We went directly to the apartment that we were rented, and we stayed together
Right.
like a couple,
Thank you.
normal
Thank you.
couple.
Thank you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just did it about 3 times before I figured it out that there's a script over here. That any woman I meet online and then I meet in person in the Philippines, it's going to follow that script. We're going to meet at the airport. We're going to go to the hotel and we're going to stay together. And like we're married, a married couple, for however long I'm here. And then eventually, somewhere down the line, she's going to say, well, what are your plans for us? Or what are your plans for me? And they'll start talking about the visa, getting married, okay? This is before I leave now. And then you're going to go back, you go to the airport, you feel sad, you get back home, and you're going to start supporting her. Now, it was a different story when your husband got back home, wasn't it? He was sending you money, right?
Yes, he given me allowance because I would like
Okay.
to rent only a little bedroom, but he doesn't want because he want me to have a better life, a better place to stay. Because when he came here, he saw the place where my daughter and me stay. It's a little house and then it's broken, so that's why he decided us to rent house like my house. And
Yeah,
then we rented
yeah,
10,000 monthly. Yes. And then I told to him, no, I must move to a simple or only bedroom for enough for me and my daughter. And then he told to me, no, because you are not you didn't pay the rent. It's me. So you obey me. So that's why I obey him.
yeah, that's right. And things changed because you gave him that Filipino tune-up that many of us are lacking when we get here. Were we willing to do anything? See, at first it's like, oh, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. It's like these guys on the side over in these comments. I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, Fred, right? The minute they get over here and she puts that Filipino tune-up on them and everything like that, then all of a sudden, they put them in apartments, they ban them motorcycles, and they doing all of that stuff, okay, guys? But I ain't picking on anybody, man. I just,
Nah,
we
but
got into that. But
when you get there and you meet your Filipino, she makes you feel like you're $1 million. Okay. And that's the type of treatment you normally don't get in the States anymore because we got what do you call these feminist groups and stuff back there, what they ain't gonna do for a man, and a man got to have this and everything else. That's why a lot of men are leaving, the States and moving someplace else, looking for relationships. And I don't blame
him. Thanks, Danny, for the super chat. He said, then, every situation is different. He makes a point here.
Yeah.
He says, in regards to building a home in the Philippines, in my situation, it provides a stable environment for my Filipina and her kids, plus a retirement plan for me once I'm there permanent. Once I'm dead and gone, it will go to her family anyway. And this is the way I look at it. I say, okay, if I'm going to come over here and you're going to give me what I've been lacking basically my whole life, okay, the least I can do is to, provide a stable environment for you and your children. It's the same reason I built that house. Me and Marilyn, we have a daughter together, but Marilyn had 2 daughters already. So I said, look, I'm going to build a house. I don't care. I could rent, Fred. I could rent right now. It wouldn't have bothered me. I'm 59, but what about them?
Yeah.
Why not do the right thing, and that's what I did. And I took my hat to people like Danny. He took a lot of flack for that, but not from me. It's from these guys on the side over here that say what they're not going to do. They've never been over here. They never got with the right Filipino, because she'll change your damn mind. You'll be this tough guy over 8,000 miles away, but the minute you get over here and she puts the whammy on your butt, you'll be looking for a damn lot. Some of you guys buy lots and stuff before you get over here. She puts the whammy on you. She puts the whammy on you online.
Yeah. But one thing I got to say, because a lot of guys that move to the Philippines, they have a girlfriend. It depends on what the age. They might have a kid or two, but they never get married. The guy dies and the woman has nothing because they didn't make any provisions. They're renting. And the way I look at it is, if you got a good woman, whether she got kids or not, or she got your kids, get her a place, get her a home somewhere, because something happens to you, at least she's got a roof over her head. Take a little insurance policy out on yourself where she may have, some type of income coming in. Do what you need to do. But a lot of these guys don't marry these girls. They get pregnant. The guys die. The woman don't know what to do now because she has nothing. And all they want to do is rent. If you're going to live in the Philippines, you got somebody that you want to be with the rest of your life, do what Danny did. Do what you just did. Do what Sharon's husband did. Make sure she was taken care of. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
And what may first be right woman over here.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that. See, the point is, if you meet a Sharon over here, the guy who meets Sharon, okay, I don't care what you're saying over here in the comments. When you meet Sharon and she, when you meet the right Filipino over here, man, it's gonna change your mind, because you're gonna encounter a woman that you never encountered before. Okay. And she's going to bend over backwards and give you the type of attention and everything that you've never even had in your life. It's only a fantasy to you. And then she's going to be doing it every single day around the clock. You're going to reward her, man. I don't care, unless you're some type of just the evil, angry, clown that don't deserve a good life to begin with. You're going to take care of the woman, man. And that's just what I've encountered over here. No woman that I've ever dealt with over here is her life not better having met me. All 3 of the women I got children with over here, their life is totally changed because of me. Because I'm not like that, man. I'm not one of them guys like that. I was raised better than that. And I was fortunate enough to meet the right Filipino. It was just me, man. I can honestly say. They met me with my son's mother. It was just the timing wasn't right. She would have made a perfect wife for me. But it was the timing, man. I just got out of a messed up divorce. I wasn't thinking about getting married right away. Her patience ran out, basically what it was. Okay? But yeah, guys, you meet the right woman over here. When I'm talking about this stuff, I'm talking about you meeting the right one. And 95% of them are going to be the right one. you know, I can say that John, you know, he was on his way to building that girl a house, man. I promise you. Especially, he never did it though, but he was on his way, especially when I built mine. Because when she came over there, that's what she told him. She said, she called him daddy. She said this at the housewarming. You can ask her. She said, Daddy, I want a house like this. And John had that kind of money. TJ Johnson, thanks for the super chat. He said, laugh out loud. Some of y'all can barely handle sharing from the other side of the computer screen talking to someone else. How you going to tell me you're giving her the cold shoulder in person? Absolutely, man. See, that's what I'm saying. We'll talk that stuff, TJ, over on the other side of the planet. You come over, go on my video where I did the video about the beach house that TJ rented. Look at that little fine woman over to the left-hand side in the bikini. That's his woman. Now tell me you come over here and you meet somebody like that, then you tell me what you won't do. They can talk all that stuff they want, Fred, till they get over here. You know, once they get over here and Sharon, you know, they see the real Sharon in real life, they gonna sign it over, Sharon, trust me. They gonna make sure you got a good future, just like your husband did.
Well, the guy's not even there yet, and they're already falling over Sharon. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sharon, you just got that personality about yourself that people like. You know, when a guy is coming looking for a lady, you got your good time ladies, and you got the ladies you want to settle with. You know, somebody you want to spend your life with, and you would be the type of a woman that would be good for a guy. You know, I mean, you're funny, you got a sense of humor, okay. You got good fashion sense, you know, you put your little fashion shows on, you know, you're real culture, dress very nice, you know, as a lady. And that's what a lot of guys are looking for. And, you know, you say you're about 40, 41, nobody will want somebody that's that age. You'd be surprised. Maybe in the Philippines, they might think that, but certainly not, you know, foreigners coming over there, you know, meeting women, you know, and I'm happy to meet you, you know, I mean, you're on the panel. So I consider you just like Kelvin, a friend. I consider you a friend. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good age, really. Now he said he saw it recommended on another channel that the first time you're out with a Filipino and she asks for something to say no matter what it is, to test her. But see, you don't have to do that because they never asked you. Remember when I did the interview with Marilyn, right? She said, we're never going to ask you because we know you already know what you're supposed to do. She's testing you if you don't do it. She's going to somebody else. She's looking for somebody that's going to play his part. Okay? You take good care of me and my family. Not meaning, you know, me and my kids or whatever it is, or me myself. And then I'm going to take good care of you. That's 100% of the time. They'll never ask you. Marilyn, even to this day, has never said, hey, honey, you know, can you buy me while you in Cebu, can you buy me some bikini underwear or buy me some Adidas shoes? She don't have to do that. She's never asked me that. My wife never asked me that. They won't ask you because they're going to do their part. And if you don't do yours, then guess what? They're moving on. But they're never going to ask you.
If you got a woman that's asking you for something, then that's not the woman you really need to be with.
That's right. Over here in this culture.
No, right. That's what I'm saying.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If a Filipino asks you for money, man, or anything, that's a red flag. They're not going to do it, man. But does she expect it? Yeah. But will she ask for it? No. I'm sorry. You know, you think Marilyn's going to ask me to buy her that motorcycle? No, but she knows she need a damn motorcycle. She can't buy it. So I got to buy it. You know.
Calvin, you bought it because you said there was a need for it. That's why you bought it. To help you get back and forth to work and do stuff. But you would have did that anyway. You know, you want to be able to get to where she needs to get and get on back home. You know.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, but we gotta get off of here. A guy asked me about I'd say about 4 months ago, maybe 5. He
Yeah.
said, Calvin, he said, my girlfriend needs a new phone. He said, do you think, I think, what was the iPhone 12, whatever came out 5 or 6 months ago, iPhone 13. He said, you think that would be spending too much on her phone? And I said, hey, don't you know that phone costs more than her house? Why would you buy her a phone like that? That's a red flag. You don't want to do that. You keep her on the 2G like she's on now. You send her, 4 or 5,000 pesos for a phone if you hell bent on buying her a phone. 6,000 maybe. You don't spend what? That would be considered 60,000 for a phone? Huh?
An iPhone at that.
And she ain't even changed her toothbrush in 6 months. But you talking about buying a 60,000 peso phone. Yeah.
Hey, just go and buy that. What's the name of that phone? Is it Oppo? Or what's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go and get an Oppo, for about 3,000 pesos.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I'm using now, Oppo. That's a lot of money over here. So if a woman's asking you to buy her an iPhone 13, that's a flashing red light above her head. That's not even a red flag. You cooking you boiling your damn rice on some charcoal outside on 2 big rocks, but you want me to send you a 60,000 peso phone. I don't like the way your priorities are. I don't mind that you cooking your rice outside. What pisses me off is you want to ask for a 60,000 peso phone, instead of a 2-burner stove, gas stove. That would be more along the line. Say, okay, here. But for a phone, no. Hey, but thank y'all so much for joining us today. We went over.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. It's already 2:30 here.
For your super chat, your super stick, your thumbs up. Well, it's because, I went over a little bit because we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
All your super chats, super stickers, thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders, all your support for Sharon's channel. I think she's hit 1,000 already.
Yes.
When she came on this channel the first time about 4 weeks ago, Fred, she had 7 subscribers.
Yeah.
7. Imagine that. Thank you, OG Fred. I'm gonna give y'all the last say to take us out. Take us out, Sharon. Tell us something we can chew on for the rest of the day.
The first place I would like to say thank you to you, Sir Calvin, for to be on your panel, and thank you also, Sir Fred. Nice meeting you, and I enjoy talking to you. And I would like to say also thank you to all my subscribers and to all your support and love of my channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Brian Jones said if Sharon wanted an iPhone 13, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
No, I don't need an iPhone. Me, I am contented on my simple phone. No, me, I don't need an iPhone. Sorry.
Yeah. Now let me read this now. But Pumpkin Joe, you're married now. Your girlfriend has already, y'all love and stood the test of time. Hell, you a Samsung Galaxy 26 if they had it.
Yeah.
Your situation is different. But he said, I bought my girlfriend a Samsung Galaxy 22 Ultra this last time. She cried because she was upset that I took retirement money to buy it. That wasn't the case. I just wanted her to have a nice phone. Yeah. See, but your situation is different. You didn't just meet her online. Actually, this guy hadn't even met the woman yet. He was talking about buying an iPhone 13. Come on. That was crazy. But go ahead, Fred. Give us something.
Well, hopefully everyone out there,
take us out, Fred.
Picked up something when we're talking about real estate, relationships, and everything else. So most of you guys learn from it, but a lot of you you just go right over your head because you're too busy sharing instead of listening to what she's trying to tell you also. So other than that, was it good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you're at, you know, and Calvin, thank you for having me on the panel again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I just want to say, guys, come over here and experience it for yourself. You don't have to listen to me, okay? But you're going to see something totally different than I see, but you're never going to say I'm lying. You're going to never say, oh, Calvin was wrong about that. So come on over here. That's the test. See, she's already testing you already when you buy that ticket. Because that's a hell of a ride over here, isn't it, Fred?
Yes, it is. Unless you're flying from
That's not you know, yeah, that's not that's not a walk in the park, guys. See, the Filipino's smart. She knows that if you make that 20-hour flight, you buy that expensive ticket, you make that 20-hour flight over here, if she got a chance. See, she's vetting us already, guys. Don't be stupid. These women aren't from outer space. They know what's going on, okay? All right, guys. Take care. I can't play my theme song because I play it on my phone.
God bless.
Thank y'all again.
Take care.
Everyone.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.